I'm just lucky, I guess.
Doran just lucky you guess. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, we're live.
We love our George of the Jungle.
I can't. They gotta turn off the outsick. There's Josh. Okay. So we have a warm-up game when we play. Friends, viewers of the stream, good to see everybody. It's been a long time for us all here, so we're very, very happy to be here. We have a warm-up game that we do where we count from 1 to 10 as a group. And I started that, and everybody was talking to Doran, Zach, about like, oh, you should pull from, because if you're not in the Cyorion Discord and you're not a player, wild shit happened in the other game today, which has world sweeping effects. Thanks for the resub, Maddie. You got that executive assistant money now, so you can resub for everybody.
Is there someone signed in as me? The money hasn't hit yet.
I am sorry. Let me, because I had to run the music, so let me swap real quick.
That's all good. I was like, I can't log in.
So, anyways, as I'm switching this back up here, yeah, we started the game, but there was a whole bunch of teasing of Zach. And it was like, Zach, pull a card from your deck of many things, and we'll just see what you would have pulled. And I said, no. To hell with that, because he has a physical deck of many things. If he draws a card on camera, Doran's drawing the card. And the jokes were abounding. Everybody was giggling until you pulled a fucking card. And everybody everybody stopped. Well, I mean, I held my breath because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. And nobody did. And then Doran pulled Star. What does Star do, Doran? Why don't you share with the class?
Star increases my choice of ability score by 2 points. So guess who just suddenly got stronger for no reason at all?
Again.
How many cards have you pulled? Oh my god, you gained a level. Gained a level. And then he was just like, gained a weapon.
Gained a weapon.
And
gained ability score increase.
Yeah. So that's 3. There wasn't any others, right? That was 3.
That's the 3 cards he's pulled. All the good cards.
Absolute madness.
I'm cruising for a bad one. I almost want to pull another one just to see if a bad one happens.
You know what? You know what? Let's do some intros and see if Zach wants to pull another one. So, Zach, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Hi, everyone. I'm Zach. I play Doran, the even more powerful Dragonborn Barbarian.
You got your name wrong. You're the dead one?
Oh yeah, those cards don't matter because you know you totally died in that boating accident 20 years ago when you were trying to escape the island. Doran doesn't exist.
Did you? No, you got the wish one. I think that's the fucking wish one.
Oh.
You did not. You did not just pull the wish one.
Roll a D3.
Hold on. We're gonna have you hold that. Finish your introduction, please.
I did. Someone go.
Okay, next we're gonna go to Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. I play Blair, the spirit host witch warlock.
I'm so glad I brought the whole bottle. Oh god, I'm trying a new tequila today. I brought the whole fucking bottle. I'm so okay. My universe.
You are fucking the luckiest person I've ever seen in my goddamn life, Zach.
Sarah.
Why is my luck specifically to this and not like the lottery or something that could actually do me good?
Go buy a ticket. Who fucking knows, man?
I played 2 scratches
Sarah,
today
introduce
and lost.
yourself quick.
Oh, hi there. My name's Sarah. I'm Maximil, the Tiefling Sorceress Bard. I'm in shock.
Maddie.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I play Isadora, the gun tank gunslinger half-elf.
And I'm putting these away because
Josh.
I don't want to pull anymore.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm probably going to be the dead one. I play Jaeger for now.
Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Soren, the half-elf blade singer rogue.
All right.
I'll probably be fine.
Roll a goddamn D3.
We're all broken now.
Roll a D6. Okay, roll a D6. Divide the result by 2. Okay, so 1 to 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6.
You can have it roll a D3 / roll.
Oh, I can have it roll a D3 in game?
Yeah.
After he rolled his
Roll
1,
a
he's
D3.
like, how do I roll a D3 in game?
I rolled a 3 for the record, but
Okay.
let's
do it in game. Do it in game. /R space 1D3.
Okay. /R space 1D3.
It's a 2 anyways.
It's the
Two
same.
wishes.
So yeah, so I
The
get
universe
2
has
wishes.
spoken. Okay.
2 wishes. Are we
Rules.
honoring this? Is this real?
He said any cards I pull, that counts as being pulled in the game. That's a DM's fault.
Okay. Do we
Hold on.
Dragon Ball this and just be like, wait till the end and then wish everybody who died back to life on our side?
Okay.
That
two of
could be
them, so.
useful.
Ben, are
Alright.
you okay?
I'm starting to panic a little bit. I need to make sure that. Hold on. I'm gonna. So the background for I'm gonna just fucking tag Maribel's Folly. Today got crazy because they had a wish that
Guess
like.
what, fuckers?
We wish your God was our God, and our God is
We
your
wish
God.
that you wished.
We
for
wish that your wish didn't happen.
When you
That.
That.
We wish you never wished for your wish, and we still have a wish. So,
Can you use a wish to wish for more wishes?
No.
No.
no, I don't think so.
That is
Could
the only
you
wish.
make your wish to wish that your next card that you draw would always be a moon?
No, because you can't influence the deck of many
Just can't
things.
pull it again.
Yeah, the card disappears
moon,
from the
moon
deck.
is one that disappears.
But what happens if you wish?
Just
for
wish
that?
that we all got luck.
All right. So.
Full charges.
Pirate in chat. Oh my god!
Pirate just dying in chat.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Yeah.
indeed.
I don't know. It's some
All
kind
right.
of weird day.
It's a fucking
clickable
day, all
moment.
right. Just good lord.
This is what happens when you deprive us for a month.
We come back.
I don't have to worry about
Save
wrapping
it,
up these
God.
campaigns because the wishes are just going to obliterate everything. Apparently, God,
I wish
Okay.
we were on a new world.
I'd do it. Don't fucking tempt
Suck
me.
it.
I'd so do it.
I wish we could change to a different system.
Wait, look, instant Pathfinder. Bam, there we go.
That'd be amazing.
What about
Have
wishing that the
have fun
Dark
with that
Star
Star Sword.
never shotgun through Cyorion?
I thought about that. But I do like this aspect of the world. So.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Or just wish
Thanks.
we're
I'm
all
glad you guys
dead.
like it.
Let me state
It's never
off the
happened.
top.
Boom.
Hold
I
on.
would never wish something against Ben's world because I love this world.
Do what you got to do. Like somebody today wished for a god to be gone from history and existence,
Gods don't
and
count. Gods are free game.
like did not realize
They
how
got
much
rid
the
of the
world was going
god?
to change.
Doran could wish to become a god.
Yeah, can we add a
Then go
god?
bounce it out.
Can he be the new god of war?
Oh.
Okay,
You know, here's the thing.
Just follow me.
so
Just bounce it out. We're all bounce
pausing.
now.
Pausing really quick.
If I had
Really
a
quick.
nickel, hang on, I gotta get this joke out before I lose it. If I had a nickel for every time I played a giant lizard man who became a god, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Okay. We're going
We
to
were puzzling
Üd'Breah.
over what
We are
happens to
going to
Doran.
Üd'Breah. So that's what we were doing last time, and we got besieged on the road, and you guys killed the guys, and the ship is gone, and
Are you
that's
sure
what
about that? We do have
I
2
did want
wishes.
to.
the ship's
If we're
not
just
working. But
I did want to pick up all the pieces with Snick and Jaeger and just like aim for the arcane engine bits and try and see if either of them can reverse engineer stuff.
Sure. I was just kind of recapping where we were at before, simply
Okay, I
to
wasn't sure if we were just jumping right.
simply to step in and say, hey, that's where we're going. And now wish rules in my games. You have the ability to cast Wish twice because the deck of many things granted you the ability to cast Wish twice. You have to roll the Wish fatigue both times you do it, and the caveat at the end where you have a 33% chance of not being able to cast Wish again in the future does not apply to the granted second wish by the deck of many things. You are guaranteed 2 casts.
Cool.
But you will roll
Wild.
each time to see if you get the 33% chance that says you may never cast it again after those 2. If you decide you are going to use a wish, You notify me somehow, DM, or just like pop up in the game and just be like, hey, I'm going to use a wish. When Doran goes to use a wish, nobody is allowed to tell Zach how to phrase the wish. Nobody is allowed to provide feedback on how Zach phrases the wish through Doran. You are required to say it exactly how you want it said, and I will write it down, and things will happen. As of this moment, you guys finished dealing with all that shit. Stopping things. Soren, Jaeger, and Snick are just like, hey, let's go check out this engine thing if we can figure it out. And Doran's like, I'm feeling lucky. Bloop, bloop. And you guys watch as he pulls the deck out and pulls 2 cards. You gain +2 strength from the star card.
It's like a WoW level up. It just like explodes around him.
Yeah.
He just dings.
This is setting a dangerous precedent because we've only seen good things come from this deck.
Don't let me pull anything because then you'll see the worst.
4 cards, and you've
I've literally pulled the best 4. Like, I am not touching that deck ever again.
I just can't. I fucking can't today.
It's in my pocket, rotting, collecting dust.
Yep.
It's gonna be one of the
Sell
ones
it.
that somebody finds in a future campaign, and they're gonna be like, "How many cards are missing?" Exactly 4.
All the good ones. Fuck
Oh
you.
no.
Only the good.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
So, yeah,
technically, like,
you
there's
notify
still
me
the
that
one
you
where
are
I could become a lord with my own keep, and
There's
there's
still
also
a
one.
few
Where,
You
good
could
ones
just
there,
wish for
but
that
these are the
now.
best ones.
Yeah, you got wish.
oh, do we want a house somewhere?
No.
You cannot
Not-
you cannot
not
ask for
badly.
feedback on other people's wish, on like other people giving you ideas for wishes too. This has to come from Zach and Doran. Don't just be like, yo, should I cast a wish for this guy? Should I use one? You can definitely talk to the party about it, but when it comes time for you, I want to do this, everything goes full stop and you have to give it to me.
Did you read the wish spell all the way through?
Me?
No, Zach.
Oh, because I've
No.
You need
No, I've
let me
never
open
read
to
that.
wish and
Let
read
me
it,
open
please.
my wish book thingy. Hang on, where am I?
I'm
Saved?
gonna put it
PDFs.
on your character.
That's the
Okay,
only,
Inspector.
only thing we can give you is read the spell.
Yeah, read it carefully.
I know that the wording is very, very, very important.
So I'm gonna put it
I guess-
into your spell book, just so you know.
I guess with innate ability to cast the spell, he understands like the mechanics
Yes.
of how it works.
You
Yeah.
understand everything about wish. I'm gonna set your fucking spell slots for this for 2 of 2. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do that because it gives you spell slots for everything, and that gets really fucky. Sorry, give me 1 second.
All
I
right.
just plug it as like innate or something like that.
I did. I just put it in there, but you have 2. We will know that you've used one of your 2.
Should I read it aloud for stream so everyone wants to know?
Quite long.
It's very long. The TLDR version of Wish, if you've never looked at it, it is the mightiest spell you can cast. You speak aloud your desires, and you can alter the foundations of reality in accord with your desires. Common things that you can use it for: create an object worth 25,000 gold pieces, allow 20 creatures you see to regain all their hit points, grant 10 creatures you can see resistance to a damage type. Oh, great. That's so great coming up. Grant 10 creatures you see immunity to a single spell or magic effect for 8 hours. Undo a recent event by forcing a reroll of a roll made within the last round. Or, and this is completely accepted, you state your wish to me, and I get to, as genie of the lamp, and determine how that gets interpreted. As an aside for our viewing friends and for everybody who wasn't listening earlier, the other game made a wish today, and she was so stressed out that this demigod was killing all her friends. She said, I wish, I have it written down right here. She said, I wish that this Mangarara pathetic excuse for a demigod never existed in Cyorion. So not that it existed on another plane, or not that it wasn't hurting them, that it never existed, and this god was from 10,000 years ago and worked with like previous civilizations. So now there's like a think tank of like 4 people that I put together that are considering the implications of losing a god that set back the cultural growth of one peoples and set them on a specific path, and now has completely changed the geographic region of the world. All from one sentence. So, Doran pulls 2 cards. And you see his eyes light up. Doran, you know you have this capability. You can describe it however you wish.
Wish.
Blair, the ethereal plane, the ethereal plane just goes fucking nutty for a second. You see that massive concentration of basically looks like a tornado funnel coming down from the atmosphere, just whoosh onto him, and he is just radiating energy for about 6 seconds, and then it just kind of dissipates, like absorbed into him, breathes out of him slightly, and he just kind of like does the Goku, like just powered up and breathes, and the power just radiates, and you're just like, you're seeing all this in real time and wondering why nobody else is panicking.
Yeah, Blair's just wide-eyed, like, what the fuck is going on?
You have no idea exactly what it means, but it looks fucking freaky.
Just coming over like, buddy, you good?
Oh man, I don't know how to say this. Well, I'm stronger, but that feels good. But I could end it all right now.
That's...
Okay. Well, let's.
Whoa!
We need to talk about
Doran!
this. It sounds like you need a therapist.
Doran!
No,
You-
the poor
oh
choice
my
of words.
Yeah, you
I
need to
could-
back away from that ledge.
Pause.
I've never known you to be that dark.
I could end the struggle with Imana.
What, because you're stronger?
That second card I pulled, it did something to me. And
Yeah, I saw that.
I believe I have an ability now to make wishes.
What?
Like come
pulling-
true?
Pulling the card did something to grant me the ability to make
Fundamentally alter
two
the fabric of reality. Just
two-
on a whim.
Like,
yes, two wishes of my own choice.
2.
2.
That is incredible and insane.
Just look over at Max. Okay. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have immediate ideas of things to change.
The complications and consequences from this.
Oh, I'm aware. Far reaching.
Listen, I may not be the most smartest man on the block, but even I know that this could be disastrous if not done correctly.
Yeah.
me,
We're not going to pull any more cards today, are we?
No, that is it. I promise. Sorry, I just looked up
I
at
don't know.
Ben
It
and
looks
Ben's
like it's
doing
like it
this.
seems like it's a good idea. He's only pulled out good things out of there so far.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't
that's
think
not
there's
how
any good
gambling works.
left.
It was me realizing that Doran is the one who has wishes.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at Zach first for the longest time, and they're like, oh god, Doran has
Oh,
these.
it's Doran.
Zach is fairly intelligent. Doran is less so, but still enough to know that, oh yeah, this is awesome, but could be
Yeah.
terrible.
He's
been
far from brain dead. He's got
Could have
yeah,
been a 6
Yeah.
or an 8 intelligence.
He's got a 12
barbarian.
intelligence. He's a little smarter.
He's
Oh
fine.
dang, he's smarter than Isadora.
Yep.
smarter than Max.
Funny.
I mean, or we could just use the wishes right now.
No.
Probably think on that.
I think this
This-
is something we should sit on for a while.
Yeah, this is going
I
to
mean,
require careful precision thought and
I
planning.
could undo every injustice. Well, not every, but at least 2 injustices.
You're thinking very, very, very thin here with changing time and reality.
No, I
What
hope you
if
can
we made
understand.
time run another way? Like, what if you wished that time stopped existing linearly?
That's
would
not
be
a good
terrible.
idea.
That's a
That-
terrible idea.
that's-
Don't.
I don't really know how time works, particularly.
But I mean, like,
on a
what if I
scientific
did
level.
something
That
like
sounds
where
like a bad idea.
if I make the wrong kind of wish, I could
Oh, it'll
stop
fuck
existing.
We all
Everything could stop
could.
existing.
We all
yes.
could stop
Everything
existing.
could stop.
We all might never have met each other. You know, when you make a wish, you cannot do it lightheartedly. You have to take these things into account.
But, like-
Like whatever you wish for should affect time going forward and not backward.
But
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
if
it
I
could
make a
affect-
wish to fix something that happened in the past, it would change everything around us.
change-
But what if you
Everything.
wished, like, something to happen, not something should
So-
have happened?
Well,
This
that
is
would
what I'm
only
saying.
That's what
change
I'm saying.
Don't
our
change
future
what
going
was.
forward.
Right.
No
don't change
changing
what
the
was,
past.
Change
Okay.
what will be.
No changing the past. The hard rule, no changing the past. Changing the past is
So-
messy, and it would lead to a lot of confusion, and who knows how the gods would take it.
Just a quick
They
time
probably
out.
get really upset.
Specifically, the
Please.
DM god.
Fuck that.
Ben,
There's no DM patron warlocks here.
is the other
Aw.
skyship still coming
They fucked
towards
off,
us?
didn't
No,
Or
it
did
was
they-
it
are
was
they
it was
off
fucking
now?
off. Yes.
But
It was-
the other
it-
ship blew up. So
other
it
ship
hasn't
blew up,
turned
yeah.
around.
Yeah, you
Or
smoked
is it
that
still
one. You
going?
smoked the smaller one. The big one is leaving. It is
Okay,
not
okay,
interested.
okay. That's what I wanted to time out for because I didn't want it to just be like, oh, we're gonna be bombed now. Well, we're all
As
talking.
we're sitting there, like, how should we harness this power? They just drop it.
I'm definitely with Josh. I think okay, in character, you know, maybe maybe we'll have time to discuss this somewhere less open. Maybe we should continue on our journey. I'm seeing a lot of.
You might want to consider not saying the statement "I wish" anymore.
No, I didn't say that, did I?
Case.
Okay, that's
I don't think that's.
I've
how
been
it
very
works.
intentionally
Just-
not saying the W word in the event that
But-
Ben goes.
but
That's-
I hope for
What if you
the-
wished
the
that
caveat-
every person who existed got an extra pair of arms?
The so the
I can
quiet
do extra.
the quick caveat when I said that you have to explicitly tell me you're going to use wishes to keep you from thinking that saying I wish you like does not trigger
Yeah.
the spell.
I wish
Yeah,
I
I'm
had
not
a
gonna say,
cold
man, I
drink
wish I
right
had
now."
the turkey sandwich right now.
I wish I had a
turkey
sandwich.
sandwich. Yeah.
Damn it!
No.
So you have to explicitly
That's not
inform me that you are starting to use wish.
Okay.
Mostly to get my brain ready.
That was Jaeger's train of thought, even though he has an intelligence of 20. It's like, I wish, probably don't want to say that ever again.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
All right. Do you feel okay? Do you feel different? mean,
I
this
feel
isn't-
fine. The first card I pulled, I think it made me a little stronger.
I was gonna say, you look very vascular, but
His
that's
pecs have grown about a cup size for sure.
No, you flex.
You noticed?
flex and the seams on your vest
You did it?
pop.
Oh,
It was,
Oh, yeah.
it was fitted
One
before,
point.
but now
it's taken in a bit. Okay, or let out, however that goes.
How do you not notice that? His seams,
It's
his-
right
his
above
clothes are
eye level.
popping.
It's
I
right
don't
above
spend-
eye level.
You-
His
you-
pecs are here.
you
A lot of
noticeably
Yeah, not for me.
It's a popping.
Maximil noticeably like you see less of his face when you're looking up to talk to him.
I have to take a step back.
back a little bit. There you are.
Too much titty.
Hey,
God, Sam's
there is no such thing as
Blasphemy.
too much titty.
Blasphemy.
You take that back.
Fair. There, you're right. You're right.
I just
I'm
changed
wrong.
it on my character sheet now, and yeah,
You changed it from C cups to D cups?
from
You're
20 to
tracking?
22.
Oh.
And guess who has a plus 11 to athletics check now?
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Very
Pull away from this so Ben doesn't have to think wish for a second.
It's been a
I
day.
did want to ask you something, Ben. Because I messaged you about this way long ago and we never got.
Oh, I was looking at all the messages recently. Like yesterday, I was like, I need to get to all these. I was hoping to get to them all between sessions, but my brain got
Is-
bricked.
So, obviously, if I attune to an item that's cursed, I get cursed by it. But I have a spell that specifically negates curses while it's on me, and if I am cursed by something, it just doesn't take effect.
What was the name of the spell?
Curse ward.
Double check that.
Is it a length?
Hey, cool.
It's just for 1 hour, you're not affected by curses, hexes, all that shit.
Yeah, so
Heck
wouldn't it
yeah.
mean like after an hour it would come back?
Hex, yeah.
Yeah. It's the effect is suppressed until the spell ends.
I believe.
Sarah, you're the same
um,
person.
I believe that's in regards to
just says curses possessing target and hexing,
1
so I don't
second.
know how you wanted to word that.
So I believe it's in regards to mostly like people cursing, like witches. However, that being said, I think it's a fun flavor to say that if you cast Curse Ward, you are immune to the effects of the curse. But if you were to wield a cursed item, then you would be afflicted by the curse. You would be immune to it for the duration of Curse Ward, but it would not break the curse. And I say that simply because Curse Ward's a 2nd level spell and Remove Curse is a 3rd level spell. It kind of
not acting as like removing the curse, but just suspending it for that.
Suspends it for an hour. I agree with that. I think that's a fun way to look at that. And so yes, Curse Ward can suspend curses for an hour. If you remove the item during that time, it reappears on your body as soon as the Curse Ward ends. So it doesn't fully break the curse. You can just be like, I don't want it for an hour.
Gotcha.
Much like I'm sitting here screaming, I don't want it with the wishes.
Yeah, no, pull you away from the wishes for a second, you know.
And we're back in the horror. I don't know.
Would Jaeger, Snick, and I have been able to gather up any like interesting resources from the blown up arcane airship thing?
Yeah, I'd say so. You guys did overload the engine and it dropped out of the sky, if I remember correctly.
Well, they
Yeah.
did. We
They did.
They
They
overloaded
overloaded
the engine.
And then it sort of just flew and fell.
So, between the 3 of you, looking at this, I would say that you've seen technology a little bit like this before. You had heard like some of the things that were in the Phenomancy lab and stuff, like arcane conduits are kind of a thing a little bit. In Gwyer, they were being researched. The King of Gwyer happened to be a pretty renowned brain artificer. There we go. So he was a pretty renowned artificer, which is why the Cyorion Matrix exists now. If I have not told you about that, remind me to tell you about that later. Anyways, yeah, it does. But no, you are not in the Matrix. There is a sub-Matrix Cyorion thing. You are not in the Matrix, Sarah. Sarah, calm down. Sarah, calm down. It's okay. You're not in the Matrix.
Do you guys hear the thunder?
Oh, no.
I saw my thing light up. It was thundering for about 15 seconds straight for as long as I was making that face.
I
and
thought
it
you
was
were just
right
acting
over.
that well.
No,
I thought
no,
you were
that was
just like thinking you were in the Matrix. I was like, man, she's committed. I'm like, stop with the bit. I get it. Yeah, so
I'll commit to the bit.
there was some arcane conduit, which takes you a minute to look at and realize between the 3 of you what it is, but it carries arcane, like magical aether energy, the power of the ethereal realm, and what magic, when stitched into the material plane, becomes. So they are using it, that they've blown up the core, so there's nothing functional, but you can surmise that they have something in the core that is powering the vessel through arcane conduits. And from what you understand in the readings you've done on it, essentially you could enchant the endpoints of the conduit, and the magic that flows through would basically cast the spell. You inscribe the runes on the endpoint and it would power a spell. So these ships may fly because they have a bunch of endpoints that have just like Tensor's floating disk, and they're all hovering on these like 8 casts of Tensor's floating disks, just carrying it around or something like that. Theoretically.
Yes. Okay. And I'm gonna bring back this moment later, but okay. Because you got a spell wrong, just because you're gonna laugh. It's funny.
Oh, wasn't it Tensor's floating disk?
No, it's not. It's not related to the spell. It's something else.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it's not because you got the spell wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
no, you're fine.
Inscribing things on magic conduit. Now I'm starting to wonder if I crossed paths with the archive somewhere. Did I?
Not saying anything.
Oh, damn it. Oh, no, it's in Oathbreakers. Oh, no. I hate it. Oh, no, it's coming. Ah.
Anyway. Okay, cool. So we kind of, I just want to like jot down notes and like diagrams as much as I can of how that shit works.
Yep. Absolutely. You get a vague idea. You can't functionally recreate it, but you're like, theoretically it could do the thing. You get it. I swear to God, I've glimpsed like Eldritch horrors multiple times today because of both these groups. And then Nate is attacking my real world too.
Were they using Gwyer crystals by chance?
No.
Okay.
You can find no remnants of that.
Is it a pretty crystal?
Snick
Oh, sorry.
surmises that they are using something from the Hoyasin, though. Probably mana silk, the trees somehow. Like they probably feed the engine some as well. Just because that's common on this engine.
It's a cage, like a cage with some sort of creature in it that's a battery, or it's
it
like
could have been a cage.
Resource.
Like Snick does say that they don't have, a lot of resources or information on it. It's pretty closely guarded secret. Other people do have airships, but they are physical airships. They're not magical like these ones. The Ebon Hand is the only one that has these magical airships.
Okay, the rest are like hot air balloons, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And he does say that they think it's because they may be in league with with a dragon on this side of the world, or something is helping them. There's common belief there's a couple dragons over here that help them out, possibly. Stop it, Sarah. No.
It just sounds to me like there are more people to make friends of.
Not Noldreth.
Plus 23 fucking persuasion or whatever.
For dragons, I believe it's 25.
28. Okay.
But I'll double check. For you, Nate.
Can we take a short rest?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I need to take a short rest.
We're just gonna hop back into the carriage and continue along, right? God, thing's blurry again. Snap it.
We got carriages still until midnight, so.
Yeah, so I guess once we
All right.
hop back into the car.
Yep.
You were right. 23 for dragons.
Is it?
Nice.
I really got it right? Oh,
You guys can all take a short rest.
Short rest.
On your character sheet, there's a little bed. You can click there's a take a short rest option, which is the like half filled one, not the one on the far side. But you click that and then it pops up a dialogue to allow you to do this. And Maximiel,
Yes.
do you have enough bard levels for Song of Rest? I was going to
Yes,
ask
I
if
do.
you wanted to do that.
I would. I just didn't get to that yet.
Sorry,
But yes,
I
Song
know
of
everybody's rolling dice, and I wanted to make sure to get it out there before people roll too many.
Song of Rest. So Max is gonna tell a story, and from the story, y'all get an extra hit die. An extra D6.
Yep.
Hit points, not hit die.
Roll it. What do we get?
Like temporary or just as in
Nope,
heal
you
extra?
just heal an extra
You just
D6.
heal an extra.
Sweet.
That one you usually have to add manually. So yeah, you have to spend a minimum of a hit die, and then you get a D6 extra. All right. Everybody nice and recovered in their short rest as we were, I'm assuming, in the carriages heading back to Üd'Breah.
Ben, for attuning and unattuning, does it take an hour to do each, or how do you?
So I do instant attunement. So if you're attuning to a magical item, you grab it and you go bonk, and you're attuned to it. It takes a long rest to unattune from it because you have to sever your connection to it.
Okay.
That way, if you guys find cool magic items, you can just pick them up and attune to them, and that's fun. I don't like having to wait for cool shit. And then it encourages people just to lick things and touch curses all the time.
I mean,
Slow down and think about it.
Cloud kill.
And identify it.
On our next long rest, then I'm gonna change up some unattunement.
Okay, sounds good. All right, you guys continue on to Üd'Breah. All right, let me go back to Eterna here because we're moving along. I'll put you guys all back there too. Okay. Scroll. Big map. All right, I think that was here, and you guys still had a day of travel, day and a half of travel on the way to Üd'Breah.
I know we were moving fucking quick.
You were.
It was like 3 days total travel time, and
Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
like
You guys were.
it was like halfway
all
point where
in.
we got ambushed.
Yeah, so I think.
We were
The-
pretty close when we had the dragons attack.
We were very
Um,
close because I know the carriages move at 13 miles an hour.
And you get them for the full day,
Yeah, we got them until
Travel.
midnight.
traveling 312 miles a day.
Oh, so we'll be there in like 3 hours. It's 72
I
miles.
just
to the-
noticed, Nate, your status. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
What
In
did I
Discord.
miss?
His Discord.
His
is
Discord
Make-A-Wish
status
Foundation.
is the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You're a monster. You're such a monster.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just I don't know.
All right. I think it was this afternoon. Essentially, you guys were approaching the gates of Üd'Breah. You have been underneath the Vagalis range for the better part of the afternoon. That's where you kind of found the outcropping. The skid or snicked let you know, and I think you had a guide too. I think you guys hired a guide. I can't recall. It's been a month.
No, we had Maribel and
Oh, that's right. Then they grabbed maps or something. They went to the
Mm.
Wayfarers guide, the Wayfarers group basically, and kind of got the lay of the land a little bit more for you. You make your way underneath the Vagalis range, and you get a good picture of like how things were down here. The mountains seem strange. They have snow on them, but the peaks don't align properly. They seem sharp, like rows of shark's teeth, and broken in different manners. Because remember, but yes, there they are. There's, the point here, just for your visual edification, is that the mountains here were not formed by tectonic activity. They were formed because something shore off the rock, and as the core was cooling, like the magma layer was cooling this area, basically take a bunch of whipped cream and you pull it up into a peak, and some things turn into peaks. And that's what my thought is the core is made of whipped cream. Or near that magma lightness consistency. So you basically pull it off and expose it to space, and it cools off really quick, and you get these weird jagged peaks. As you approach Üd'Breah, the gates are wondrous, but that does not the first thing that attracts your eye. Near the back of the city, set further in, there is a massive chunk of stone that seems out of place. It sits nestled against the bottom of the mountain, and much of the city is built on or around it, below it, and then out towards the gates here, which seem almost like checkpoints. There's not true gates to the city. There's wagons slowing and stopping at a couple guard posts, but if you really wanted to, you could circumvent them and just head into the city. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a ton of feedback from Mel all of a sudden there. I'm not sure what that was. You good? Okay, I see me. Thank you,
It
Mel.
was my dog screaming.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
His mortal enemy, the stairs.
Oh, he's a pretty
So-
big pup, isn't he? Yeah.
He's a big dog. He can go up the stairs just fine. He is scared of them, so he screams and cries every time he has to go up and down stairs.
Poor boy.
Hey, baby.
Go ahead,
There's
Sarah.
something weird about the rock
Yes.
that Üd'Breah is built
Yeah.
on? Okay.
It's out of place in a way that you can't put your finger on. It does
Is it,
not
like,
match the
glowing, or is it,
mountains. No.
Okay.
It seems of almost... The mountains seem like they were formed without erosion. You know, the rivers are cut more cleanly here, not as much as... There are things that grow up the mountains, but you can see very clean lines to the mountains. And this is a fractured and fragmented boulder the size of a city. And it sits in a crater.
Okay.
So the gates of the city are up near the edge of it, but you see this large boulder in the distance, and as you're approaching the edge of the city, and you realize that you're moving down a switch back into a crater to where this boulder touches the center. And I'm gonna break from character knowledge to explain this in meta knowledge so you guys get a good mental picture of what happened. And I think Josh knows about this, and that might be it. When the world was shattered, there were people living on it. That's where the Yurig come from. We've talked about that a little bit. This advanced AI. This was a spacefaring civilization that had artificial intelligence, and they had harnessed not only the power of their planet, but the power of the sun was near being harvested. So these people had massive underground facilities that were able to harness the energy of the core of the planet. When the world was shattered, the only people that survived were those that were in facilities deep under the crust of the planet, working near the magma flows and like near the mantle of the planet, or past the mantle of the planet, working on the outer core, harnessing that energy, because those facilities were so incredibly insulated against tectonic activity. So when the world shattered, they found themselves cast out into space, orbiting the planet. Fast forward thousands of years of these people stuck living in this environment that was capable of maintaining them. They had continued to have families and expand. Some of the technology gets lost, but there were essentially space capable outfits because they had outfits to go out and work on the outside of this facility. The way the Farallon came back from space to the planet is generations after the destruction, and once the world seemed habitable again, they managed to doctor up with the last of the scientific knowledge they maintained how to attach some sort of thrusting engines to the back of the meteor they were on and drive themselves back into the planet.
That's
and then
sick as
over
fuck.
centuries, that scientific knowledge was lost and has become the pantheon and the history of these peoples and the religious. That's why Farallon, when you ask them where they came from the sky, and they came to Eterna and claimed it as their own. They drove a chunk of the planet back into itself, and now that's where Üd'Breah is. So sorry for the brief pull away from being in character. I wanted you guys to really get a mental image of what this looks like.
Do the thrusters still remain on it?
They are now covered in frost and ice, and this is probably something like 4,500, 5,000 years ago that this happened. So they are on there, but have decayed. They look like skeletal remains of themselves. Like the ice is broken, and the salt water from the maw has just misted up against them. Like it's fairly far away, but you get this kind of like salt water misting layer that's like driving up. So it does corrode that stuff a little bit. You don't feel it nearly as close because this is a massive stone that sits near the base of the mountain and just looks out of place, because you got these perfectly cut mountains and then this weird fucking rock, and it's got these 4 or 5 huge ancient engines on the back of them.
Okay.
That's really fucking cool, man.
That is really cool. Do they have like the kind of visual like funnel look to them?
They do, yeah. They got a circular kind of funnel look to them.
Okay.
Yep.
Would be I don't know if this is like a stretch, but would we be aware of like technology like funnels for like wind capture and stuff like that from Katya? Did we have something like that?
Katya uses copper line sails to collect moisture out of the air to funnel into water systems.
Okay.
Yep. Like a lot of those cities use copper lining in their sails to collect mist. And that was because of alcohol that I learned about that. Thanks, alcohol. There's a company that's like called Copper Sail Vodka, I think, and they make a vodka where they distill and they blow it through copper wiring, and that collects the dew of the alcohol and separates it. And I think part of their like water collection is like copper sails over in the California coast.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it collects desalinated water. It's super interesting. But that is the city you walk up to. You can see distinctly that there's the city center down in the bottom of the crater. And there is additional city built further up the crater edge near the base of that rock.
Okay. So it looks like they splayed out from that rock. Like that's the city center.
Yeah, there's the city center's at the bottom of the crater, more defensible near the rock, but there's also a secondary city center that's a little bit further up the side of this crater, near towards the top of the rock, and then also kind of metaing a bit for the knowledge, where they had the exit to their facility is where that secondary section is. So there is a entrance to that old facility in there. And that's where the second part, the city initially they spilled out of there and settled it, and then people started moving down to the valley because it had better soil for like working and it was more protected. So they started living down in the bowl.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Isadora's like rubbing her stomach. She's like, dude, I don't know what it is, but these mountains remind me of pie. Like the peaks of like lemon meringue. It makes me hungry.
Does everything make you hungry?
I mean, when you're eternally unsatiated, yeah. I could never eat enough.
We
It
should
never
find you
tastes
some
like
sort
it
of
did.
strange mushroom pie.
What about
until
that
they make it.
beefcake?
Don't you have a wife?
My nose just bleeds from saying
Fiance, and I'm talking about for you, not me.
I don't know. You're the one who called him a beefcake.
Yeah, endearingly. You're my little beefcake.
Endearingly.
There's a phrase, call a spade
Little.
a spade.
Right, Doran?
Snicked in the carriage. Just tell them you're here on business from back at Valicors. They pretty much let anybody in. As you guys are talking about beefcakes. Well, I mean, they don't have much to worry about. The frontier's not near here, and they're super well protected. Nobody's ever assaulted the city.
There's an entire fucking organization that sneakily works their way into high systems of government, replacing people of key interest, and they're not worried.
They're not worried about changelings?
Not here.
Why?
That very much strikes me as somewhere that is very much already compromised.
This is kind of their holy land.
Whose?
The Fairland.
Change.
People. The Fairland. Yeah, this is not just their capital. This is their Mecca. But their what's the best word to put it? Mecca's a terrible word for it. We would not have a Mecca. This is
If giant mechs is fucking
Mecca. It's like a giant mechanical thing. Yeah, I get this.
This is
Gundams.
It's the heart of their civilization, their religion, like their people. This is the place where Fairland claimed Eterna. This is it.
Right.
Yeah, what's stopping the bad guys from being like, fuck your holy land?
Exactly. They haven't exactly treated anywhere with reverence. I don't see why they would suddenly give it to this place just because it's holy to them. A group
I
that
mean,
is not willing.
listen. Valicors is a fucked up place. It's the frontier, man. Like this place, though. Like they take care of people here a lot more. Anybody can come in. It's not like you could just walk up and like start getting access to government. This is a huge city. You can't just start getting access to people.
I mean, isn't that what we're doing?
You all have prior. Like, no, listen, somebody else stood up for y'all, so you've got someone that's got your back, right?
Right.
Goodness.
That's what we got that letter from Serafina.
Yeah. See, you guys are covered.
Work it far enough back, though. Serafina could have been replaced by a changeling, and then that forgery letter of, oh no, don't worry about these ones, they're good, would be easily created by...
Let's worry
them.
about the system after we get into it. Let's not tell them that their system is
I'm
bad
worried
and that
we're
we
wandering
could be
into a trap of a
changelings.
system.
We can change the system if we're in it.
You
Hopefully.
can also just rewrite the whole system.
Well,
Doran.
you know what? I mean,
Burn
you know what
down.
really helps though?
Pie?
He points up to not what is with you people on pie?
I don't know. It's not-
My gosh. We see the big things sticking off the back there. They kind of look metallic from here.
Mm-hmm.
Big cups?
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah, the big cups. Well, I don't
Big
know.
solo cups.
I don't know, but the those pieces that have fallen off, those that have been blessed to the Fairland that they have gotten, it's really hard to get up there and get it. But once they were able to get that metal, that is this really interesting thing that they wear, and it messes with changelings. They can't.
Ah.
Mm.
Interesting.
So they just don't come to the city. They don't do well
And
here.
so it's hard to fake it too, huh?
Did you hold that up to
That
him?
specific.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, that. Listen,
I just
there's 6 of them up there, and they're huge, and this entire basin is safe from changelings.
Oh dang.
Interesting.
Does Stella Tenuum have 2 U's? I can never remember.
Can
one.
you yeah, 1.
Yeah. It's UEM. I
UEM.
think.
Oh,
10 UM. Yep.
I've spelled that wrong forever. Awesome.
So you guys, you get up to the guard. That kind of checks you guys, and Snick goes back to his role, and he's just like, junk. Yes, we find lots of junk, and he's playing with like all the pieces that you guys found. We're here to sell it.
Why are you doing that?
There's the guard is like literally checking your guys' carriages, like making sure you're clear to come in. He's acting weird.
Remember, he's got his whole bravado.
And
Can't let
he
people
thinks
know
for a
he's
minute,
smart.
and then he goes, "You're right. We're not in Valicor. I don't have to hold up the."
No,
But-
stop.
Yeah. Hey, we're here on business. Just let us. We're here to sell the stuff. The guard is looking at him like, are the rest of you okay? Everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not holding you.
Quite all right.
No, these aren't the droids you're looking for, man.
Fuck is a droid?
What does that even mean?
None
Carry
of us
on.
know what it means.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Yes, people.
We're an open and healthy. You know, we're a healing city. There's if you go to the temples, and he points to the smaller city that's up near the, I don't want to call them engines, but you know, up near the top of the rock, a little further. If you go to that side, that's where the temples are. If you're messed up in the head, they can get you some help.
Oh, that'd be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you need. But welcome
We're
to
all
Üd'Breah.
really messed up in the head.
No, please be messed up somewhere else. And he just like ushers you
Okay,
along. He's like,
right.
go.
As we're walking away, just Max, look, I understand that it's true, but not everyone needs to know it.
When we're trying
mean-
to gain access to somewhere, I really think that it doesn't make us saying we're okay much more credible when we tell them that we're not. You know?
I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty sane.
You've
As-
been alive for like 6,000 years. You died.
That's
I
my
don't
younger
wanna-
sibling. I'm more close to 10 to 20.
As you guys are moving into the city, Max, have you heard those like Tibetan song bowls, like the little things?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your necklace starts to do that as you come
Huh.
into the city a little bit.
That's weird. It's
Is
a
it
very
supposed to do that?
titillating
Stabilizes briefly,
sensation.
and then the sound harmonizes with. Now you all can kind of hear just this radiant hum, this low kind of vibrato or this vibration that's happening in the back of your minds, almost, and your necklace anchors to it, and then you all stop hearing it.
So is it like an actual frequency that fucks up changelings, or?
No, it's just when this metal's here, the winds up there causes them to radiate, and there's some connection with the metal.
Hmm.
And then
Some magic metal.
hers catches the frequency, and everything's all better. You know, it all just kind of synchronizes.
It's like, does it do the
Thank you, Josh.
thing that like wine glasses do
A little bit,
if you hit
a
them?
little bit, yeah.
I missed it. What happened?
He switched the music to the chimes.
Oh.
I was like, I have something perfect for this.
I read that.
All right. So, to business, should we immediately go try to find whoever's in charge here and get a plan of attack, or should we like get a hotel?
Well, I mean, it is a big city, huge city. There's plenty here. They've built out into the basins, and you see as you're coming in now that a lot of the basin, like from the distance, it looked like just kind of dirt, but as you're getting closer, you're noticing that it's like purple polyping vines that have like little tiny grains on them, and they are purplish brown, and they spread through most of the bowl. as you're following the road down the little switchbacks, Snikt explains that most of the city is concentrated near the center, and a lot of the surrounding crater is all farmland.
Interesting.
And they've had to start carving out parts of the rock to build more into it to house more people. But it is a massive concentration of Fairland. The population here is somewhere between like 350 and 400,000. Their last checks.
What the fuck?
Dang.
Okay.
Wow. That's big.
Big
That's
city.
huge. Big fucking city. Busat was like 120.
Yes.
Okay.
You cannot fathom how many people that is. Like, it's really hard for you to put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get the sense, looking at it from where we are, I don't know, that this big rock thing, in addition to its weird changeling disrupting properties, is helping the plants grow.
You can't really surmise that, like, possibly, but it's way too difficult to surmise that just from
That's fair.
hearing the sound
I
and
know.
looking at it.
Okay. All right. So, what do we want to do? Oh, kitty.
Big.
Do we want a base of operations first, or should we just bumblefuck our way through the
Let's-
streets until we find someone important?
Let's get as close to Max. What's your sister's name?
Good question. I don't know if she actually ever told me.
Shoot.
In a month, we don't remember these things.
I don't think she did tell you. Well, she might have told you your sister's name. Did I write it down? I think I wrote it down. Hold on. I think I wrote it down.
You wrote it down.
Because I was like, I need to
For me,
remember
it
this
was
name.
always out of knowledge, out of character knowledge. I don't know why I'm saying that.
That's probably why I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's try and find base camp, but let's get base camp somewhere convenient. So why don't we orient ourselves, figure out probably where high profile people, aka like Max's sister, usually hang about.
Political
So like when
figures.
we set up base camp, it won't be too hard for us to get to achieve our next goal
It's not a bad idea.
on the list of priorities here. That's all that I know.
Do the roads look
That we're
like they are
trying to
wide
do.
enough to accommodate a carriage?
Oh yeah. They're
Okay.
they're 2 lanes, so traffic flows in and out of the city.
Got it. If we are perhaps in need of expedited travel across the city, we could perhaps use more carriages.
Yeah, as
Not
you
only,
Heritages.
I mean, I can make more. Just
No, I know. It's just
big use of
magical-
spells.
Magical expenditure, I know. No, it's more just if we are in a hurry and can't afford to just walk.
Yeah, easy enough. As long as I got vegetables. Ooh, I can make one out of an onion. I wonder if it would smell like an onion on the inside.
It smells like an onion.
I do not want to smell like onion.
You know,
They're so delicious.
potato. I like potatoes. Hearty. Hard to go wrong. Versatile.
We'll have to get a sack of potatoes for carriage purposes.
Or just throwing at people we don't like.
That's also very fun.
Can Max cast disguise self to make her look like a Fairlin woman? Basically just Max, but Fairlin. DM.
So like,
I'm
Minus points.
considering something.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh.
That's actually another
Does-
reason
yeah.
why I wanted to cast it, was to see what would happen.
oh fuck, if
You
illusion magic is
cast
not
it.
working, I'm boned.
And illusion magic shimmers and shakes as it's on you.
Balls. I'm so
Hmm.
cooked.
Is it working or no?
It's holding the form, but it's vibrating. It's clearly not your skin.
That is really interesting.
Why did I write your sister's name down? I can't find it.
You had just asked me something about which one was my sister. Remember? You were like, who was
Let's
it?
see if I can find it. Sister.
I tried to search sister on my notes and I didn't see it.
Dear God, it's so many different pop-ups for sister.
Mhm.
It's Doran's sister. That doesn't help. Nope. Doopy. Nope. I remember she had one horn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's pink. She has one pink horn.
It's a shirt for pink.
Nithza.
Bubble.
Nitsa, that's her.
Yep. You know about Nithza. Nithza doesn't necessarily know about you, I think, right?
I
You did sending
called
to her.
her.
Yeah, you did sending to her.
I sending to her, and she was like, "What?" And then I sent her
Don't call
again.
me
She was
again.
like, "Don't call this number again."
Yeah.
I don't know
Don't
you.
fucking
I'm not
call
a
me.
changeling. I swear
Don't
I'm
talk
not
to
a
me.
changeling. I know that's what a changeling would say, but I'm not.
I mean,
Don't
per
call
the
me.
sending spell, she would recognize that the sender is you.
Yeah. You would.
Yeah,
But she's also
but she
super
still
paranoid.
said, "Me."
Yeah, session 44.
All right.
Max's sister.
Fucking Lord.
Oh.
Wow.
You're all heading into Üd'Breah.
What we don't see.
Are you heading over to the religious center or to the city center?
Where do we think that Nitsa and Duchenne would be?
Can I just ask
City center.
someone? I was gonna say, if we're lost,
Yeah. You make your way into the city. As you start to head in, you realize that, the carriages are going to help you getting between them and a little bit down below, but the streets get much more narrow as you head up, following the switchbacks that lead up the side of this massive stone. It stretches above you like a cliffside, and dwellings have been carved into it. There are roadways that go into the stone itself, and you can see lights of some sort of possibly bioluminescent, maybe magic, but hanging on the insides of the roadways heading into this massive rock are lights that are reflecting almost that same purple hue, and they've tuned it incredibly well, so as you're getting closer you can see that it almost reflects exactly the starlight that you receive from being outside. So there's not a transition at all as you move in. A lot of expansive city on the outside, smaller markets, people setting up temporary places. There are taverns all over the outer areas. There's plenty of external facing markets and people who sell goods here locally, farmer stalls. There's adventurers looking for people to go with them. There's people recruiting for there's the wayfinders are recruiting, as well as the soldiers, they're looking for mercenary work to do scouting beyond the wall, the barrier that they created, looking for information. But you do see a lot of flyers of help stop the Ebon Hand today, join up and
Nice.
join the fight. It's clear that this entire city understands the threat of the Ebon Hand and why a lot of them populate and move to here, because this is the safest place to be from the Ebon Hand.
Üd'Breah needs you.
Üd'Breah needs you. Yep.
Nice, good propaganda.
The city, though, from the people, it seems very lively, and a lot of welcoming faces. As much as Velacor's Haven was decently welcoming to you, you felt like you were sticking out there. Here, however, you catch one dragonborn walking in the distance, a couple gnomes. You see that most of the people who are from Cyorion that have managed to make their way here somehow have settled around Üd'Breah. So there's a very, very faint smattering of Cyorion races here. We're talking, between all the different races from Cyorion, less than 100 people in the whole city. But
If we see one, I want to go talk to them.
sure,
I'm sorry.
that's fine. I would say the Dragonborn is the first one that you spot moving into the city. But there are, you don't stand out like a super sore thumb here. People glance at you and look, but they don't think too much. There's more kobolds, and say you see the Dragonborn first near the outside markets just as a worker. But as you're standing out there engaging with this person who tells you that their parents found their way here. He doesn't understand they're from some strange place, but he was born here.
Interesting. He doesn't know anything about the other side.
No, he says they're from some land called Cyorion, and he never really looked into it. It didn't seem interesting. This place has always been his home. He
Break his brain.
when he talks to you, he has like very slight like parent influenced accent, but it's very mixed in with the Fairland dialect. It's very negligible on a few letters. But you do spot a couple gnomes and kobolds moving in groups, talking to each other like regular gnomes, not deep gnomes. There are plenty of them here, but you see a couple other gnomes as well that are walking around and talking in groups. And since you have your tincture of languages and stuff, they are speaking Cyorion Common, not Undercommon, which is... So they're having a conversation as they walk around in Common.
Can we hear what they're talking about?
Picking up supplies. That's why they're out here.
They look to be like kind of traveling adventure types sort of situation.
No, they're like... Max, roll a history check.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. That will be a history 21, sir.
You recognize one of the uniforms as an artificer of Gustat. Like there is a city of kobolds and gnomes outside of the Ashahoyan Desert across the there's a Nile River type delta that's off of Ashahoya before you get to the mountains heading across where Buraz used to live. But nestled in there is Gustat, this place of invention and gunpowder where gnomes, kobolds, goblins dug in the earth and found out how to make gunpowder, and that's where firearms started to come from. But a lot of artificers that live there. But he's definitely wearing a Gustat artificer's uniform, like one of the guilds. You recognize it because maybe you've seen it one time. He sees you, he's going past, looks behind him, and just kind of goes and gets back to his work. Yes, very much like that for the roads.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
they're cutting to the sides of the rock.
it's just like glowing from the inside.
Yep. And there's lots of tunnels that as you're going up the outside roads, you can turn into the city.
Oh, cool.
They said 350 to 400,000 people, probably 125,000 outside, but a lot of them inside the rock. Like this is a city-sized meteor.
Oh, not like in the crater, but no below ground.
It's like a bug colony.
Yeah.
In the rock.
In the actual rock itself.
Okay. I didn't think it was that big. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, like the meteors they talk about like hitting and like wiping out a city and thousands of miles around, like this is it. The edge of the crater to the interior where you guys traveled was about 3.5 miles. From where you met the guard, and then you went through the farmlands down into the city, about 3.5 miles to get to where you're at now. So it's about a 7-mile wide crater. And that's I know my math is probably wrong on it, but I mean it's a big rock that's still sticking out. And they didn't ram it into the planet at meteor size or meteor speed. They propulsed it down at a couple thousand miles an hour, but not, or maybe a couple hundred, but not meteors scorching through space speed. Astrophysicists, help me out. What's meteor speed in space? Like that, like just a low speed.
Fast.
Well,
Fast.
Fast as fuck.
They go at different speeds. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on the size of the star that they're orbiting around. It depends on the size of the planet that they're falling into. It depends on the size of the thing that they fell off of that got them started on this trajectory.
So
Also, I do star stuff.
Or
Not
to-
fast as
realistically, it would be
fuck,
less-
and
4 to
ridiculous
40,
fast.
4 to 40 kilometers per second is the average of all the ones. Is the range that have impacted the planet,
Yeah.
our planet.
Yeah.
there's,
I would say,
as
wouldn't
Mel
it
was
realistically
saying,
be-
fast as fuck and Mach fuck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mach fuck is always fun. Wouldn't it also be kind of factored in with like what is their thrusters capable of producing?
Yeah, so I mean, it was enough of an impact from the weight of this thing and the speed that it was coming down when it started to catch the gravity that it left a 7-mile wide crater. But it did not come in at the speed that we're talking like a planet-ending event. Like it fucked up this
Right.
area for a while, but they
was no
re-sowed
one
it.
there
There's no one there. So
I'll say if the walkways are like that for the roads and the walls, I want to be walking on the wall, not on the ground with everyone else.
yeah, you guys are at the city part that's outside, spilling outside right now. You probably got 1.5 to 2 miles to get to the actual rock wall side. Just really depends on what you guys want to do. Because I know you stopped out here to talk to some people,
Mhm.
but you're seeing that this is an incredibly busy city with a lot going on, and you're not sure where to go. But there is, as you come in, there's like a welcome center.
Oh, wonderful. We can go to the Welcome Center and ask them how we can see King Tushin. Like, what's the fastest way to get there? And also if they have any hotel recommendations.
I'd like to find a tavern.
All right. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's talk to people.
Well, Go talk to the
Meet the
fucking-
locals.
Yeah.
Is that
tourism guide?
let's meet the tourism guide. If that's good with everyone, if anyone has any other ideas. I mean, Jaeger probably wants to go to some rooftops and scout everything out to make
Doran's
sure
gonna
that there's no
find a
weapon
tavern.
hand here.
Yeah, I'd rather stick with the Doran and Jaeger train.
And why don't we
I've
just
had
go to a
enough
tavern for now?
Tours, hospitality tours to last a lifetime.
I definitely think
Okay.
a tavern. I am in very severe need of alcohol right now.
Why don't we go to the tavern? And then Max, I think a tour would be great for you.
Well, it's not that I want a tour. I want to make sure I know where I'm going, so we're not just wandering around a foreign
How
city.
about we go to the tavern for now, and in the morning we go get the tour. Sound good?
Sure.
Again, we don't need a tour. We just need to know where the heck we're going.
Directions was
Directions, not a
literally.
tour.
That's fine. Max, I'm sure you can find the locals at the tavern who know the ins and outs of the city.
Okay, tavern it is then.
Can I insight check why Doran wants to go to the tavern so bad?
Yeah, Doran, you can make a deception or a performance check. It's your call.
PvP.
Blind. And GM roll it. Oop, that was okay.
Here, Doran, I've got
Is that your
I've got a
free
little
deal?
bit of this. Just be
That's for me.
careful. Take a very small sip because this stuff's strong.
Doran, you can either do a deception or a performance roll if you're trying to hide something, or you can just be like, I'm not hiding nothing. It's your call.
No, Doran's gonna be open and honest, because he's always been open and honest. I need a drink because I have a very, very, very heavy decision weighing on my head, and it has been some time since I've had to do something like this, and I cannot think with a clear head right now. I want to get a little tipsy and talk with you all, and this is the best way to do it.
Wrap my arm around him. All right, let's go.
Isadora gets on the other shoulder and she's like I said, I have some of this to get you started. Be careful. It is very, 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 very strong.
The hell did you get that? Oh, and there he goes.
I always keep a stash, but she takes it back and it's just like empty. She's like, you know, we'll get more. Just oh man.
All right.
Actually, I have tons of whatever that is around here.
So there's a few taverns down
no,
like the
they do
first
not.
and the first road, like near the information center that you pass by, that are pretty quick to get to. The closest one out to the main lane, kind of from where you're at, in, like the farmers area, looks from the exterior looks fairly dingy and rowdy, like peanut shells on the floor kind of place. It is called the Farmer's Feast, and you can see a bunch of like field workers and stuff in there, like already. You guys are in the afternoon. You came in, so it's pretty close to evening. They're getting a little rowdy. Seems kind of packed. People getting off work and heading into the Farmer's Feast. There's another place next door called the Humble Mushroom that looks like a pretty decent little traveling tavern. It's got the roof painted to look a little bit like a toadstool.
We have to go.
You think about going to the
Isadora
Humble
makes
Mushroom
eye
for a
contact
moment
with
too,
Max.
and Doran, your eye catches the most interestingly named tavern you've seen in a while. That's got a Magic the Gathering inspired, because I love it, Displacer Kitten playing with a yarn ball, and the name of the tavern is Curiosity Couldn't Kill the Displacer Kitten.
That's so long. Oh my
It's
god.
a bit long for a tavern name, but you know what? I think that's interesting.
Seeing the little illusory kitten. Oh my god, I want it.
They're a lot of
What
fun.
cat?
I mean, the real things are terrifying monstrosities that are fucking enormous and they'll bite your face off, but, you know, these ones are cute.
I don't know. I had like 3 of them that I taught on occasion. They only bit me once.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
With that,
Just
as we're
manage
about
the
to go to
cat.
break too, you're standing outside talking, and Blair, you get the incredible sense that something is stalking you.
I'm gonna
And
peek around with my fucking ethereal sight.
it doesn't take any ethereal sight as phasing and jumping at Blair, bounding out of the door, catching your scent, is one of the 3 displacer kittens you talked to. This one, a full-grown displacer beast that seems to be
My friend!
docile and domesticated for Curiosity Couldn't Kill the Displacer Kitten, and it bounds out, tackles Blair in the street, and we'll go to break.
All right.
Sorry you said that, and I had to yes and it so hard. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna take
Blair
a
just
quick
has
break,
a lot of
friends.
really odd friends.
You have so many weird friends. We love it. Of course, she was not just beholden to Cyorion. She's got a turn of friends too. But we're gonna take a quick break, everybody. Thanks for joining us and hanging out. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So we left with Blair being tackled by a displacer beast.
Does this in any way look like a dangerous situation?
No, it is licking her face.
Okay, because I went into this city expecting people to try and kill us, and now there's a giant monster cat.
There's a woman chasing after it, yelling after it.
Blair is just giving him scritches on the neck, and oh my god, it's so good to see you. I was just talking about you.
I should be surprised that Blair knows a displacer
Big
beast,
kitty.
but I'm not. At this point,
Assume she knows everyone somewhere.
I can't be
Is
surprised
that
by
the
her
horrible
anymore.
beast you were talking about,
No,
Soren?
this is very clearly some sort of pet.
But it looks exactly like that.
Yeah, it's the same type of
I was
creature.
about
It's
to
not-
say that.
It has a pink ribbon collar, like
Oh,
tied in a bow.
Look,
Kitty cat.
it's very clearly someone's pet, but
Just
the same
float
type
up
of
to his
creature.
sides, give the big scritches on the
yes.
neck and on the side.
Kitty cat.
Gosh, you've gotten so
What?
big.
The lady
Cute
comes out
kid.
apologizing profusely. I'm so sorry. Vaya's never quite been like this around anybody. Mostly she just slinks around the bar and people, she's the token displacer beast that attracts people in.
Oh no, we're good friends
There
from when
are
she was
three?
really little.
I don't know what you mean, ma'am. I've raised her from when she was a kitten.
Oh yes, I was there.
This lady is clearly disturbed and has no idea what to say.
this is Blair. She's weird. Just take things that she says with. The
Oh, like
acceptance of- it's
floating
not
next to
going
the
make sense.
fucking cat, not on the ground.
I'm sorry, you said
Given
don't take them seriously? Vaya.
No, except that they're
Ew.
just going to not make sense, and that's just how it's going to be.
She's telling the truth, but you won't get it. We don't usually.
Yes, it's very complicated. Normally,
Just sort of let it
the
roll.
appropriate response is to just kind of smile and nod.
Mhm. Just,
Um,
okay.
Well, Vaya typically does what she wants, so, I'll see you back inside when you're ready. Don't run off, please. It'd be strange. It's been 14 years. She looks behind her very confused and heads back inside.
just covering cat's face and kisses and doing the bloop thing that is a predator. We're blooping. Bloop, 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 bloop.
It's got the
Yeah, this is one
beans,
of
but
the,
the beans are like this big each.
Yeah. Just hold up a big paw to the face like, oh my god, so big, and then turn the face to face everyone. This is Vaya, guys. She's one of my friends from when she was little.
Hi, Vaya.
Does it speak?
May I pet you, Vaya?
Well, we speak to each other.
Okay.
Really connect to. Hello.
So it's always been mostly feelings. It is a monstrosity,
Mhm.
but it's typically feelings, and it's very happy right now.
Doing the big purrs.
Mm.
Oh,
Ye-
can I scritch you, please, Vaya?
It's really strange because it's purring and the tentacles are vibrating slightly.
I love that.
The people on the street are probably so confused watching this floating woman play with the displacer beast.
Oh,
I mean,
what
yeah,
a
it's
good
a bit of a
kitty.
sight.
Kitty cat.
Just gonna hang on over, like, all right, let's go inside.
Yeah, though.
Probably for the best.
Are you guys going into the
Yeah.
Displacer Tavern, or are you going over to the Humble Mushroom?
I assumed the Displacer Tavern. I didn't
Yeah,
get there.
that's
Well, now
much-
now we don't have a choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blair hugs
I
Vaya and
should
runs
give it a
inside.
choice.
Yeah. You were not, I'm sorry. After Vaya, the choice was robbed from you.
We'll go to the Humble Mushroom tomorrow.
Yeah,
Would I be
you,
able to find a spot in there?
in the Humble Mushroom? Or in,
No, in the Displacer one.
you mean Curiosity couldn't kill the Displacer Kitten?
Yes.
That one.
World's longest tavern name place. Yes.
CCKDK.
CCK.
There's a few people in this tavern. There's some folk that look like they don't like the rowdiness of the farmer's feast. You know, some people that are off work and relaxing. Bard just kind of getting set up for the day. It's still early evening, and Vaya comes in with Blair wrapped around their neck, and they bound around for a little while, but Vaya's kind of got a spot behind the bar, so eventually heads back there, and the lady asks you to please not come behind the bar.
Fine, I will not come behind the bar.
As she says it, Vaya just kind of goes and like growls at it, and she goes, "Whoa, fine, I'll do." And she like pulls a stool for you behind the bar next to Vaya's this bed. It's a 7-foot long cat with tentacles. It's huge.
Big.
It's a large size creature.
Baby Kipty.
But it basically lays on the bed and rests its head up on the bar. There's a second pillow up on the bar where it rests its head.
Just keep giving scritches.
As you all come in, then she turns to the group. Vaya picks friends strangely. I'm Mercedes. This is my establishment.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, don't steal my cat, please.
I won't.
City, you said?
Mercedes.
R-H-D-Y?
RHESCIDI.
Why do I even try spelling things?
I don't think I could spell that even if I looked at it.
Do that again?
RHESCIDI.
Ricity.
Wow.
Yeah, I had that spelled so wrong.
I just figured you'd spell city with an R in front of it.
With an apostrophe.
Ricity.
Ricity.
Curiosity couldn't kill the displacer kitten.
Efficient. It's efficient.
That's great.
I'm gonna take one of your fucking wishes, I swear to God.
I wish you didn't.
Mercedes.
Fuck, I hate it so much.
What am I not getting? What is going over my head right now?
The fucking
Milady.
the tips fedora.
The Milady Tips Fedora meme.
Ricity.
You know, it didn't enter my head until Nate said it was R apostrophe. And then I was like, okay, yeah, that's like Milady Ricity.
It's Milady.
Ben can't escape hell today, apparently.
Gosh.
Gonna need another bottle, buddy.
More consistent D&D means less manic D&D.
Yeah,
Listen, we tried.
No, it doesn't.
I know. For me, it does.
Oh, my
That's fair.
my
Forgive me.
cheek muscles hurt from smiling so much.
All right. So, do you all need rooms for the night?
Yes, please.
How many?
Definitely.
I have 4 available. Most of them are doubles, and I have the suite available as well. A little more
Which is that
expensive. The suite is 2 gold per night. It's quite lavish. We occasionally host dignitaries that don't want to make all the way into the city. I'm one of the few establishments, and because of Vaya, I tend to attract interested parties, and they'll pay the lavish sum. Because Vaya does have a door into that room, so to speak.
Can we do this week, guys?
I pull
how
out
many
4
beds?
platinum and I give it to her. We'll take this sweet and a
know how
few
long
bottles
to
of
be
strong
here.
alcohol.
I don't think I can change this.
No change. You keep it.
She vomits a little.
So room and however much alcohol that buys, I guess. And
Yes, that is pretty much what I'm
My
asking.
entire stock.
No,
at least a
we'd
few
save some
days
for the
at
other
least.
patrons. Just, it's fine. Consider it
advance.
a tip for, shall we say, no interruptions.
And discretion.
Discretion also is good. Yes, please.
Discretion
That too.
is the
We're
word.
not here.
Yeah, but I don't always get somebody here. The suite has not been rented out for some time. Yeah, the entire top floor, 2 floors are yours for however long you need.
Awesome.
Very
Thank
much
you.
appreciated. Thank you.
She thinks for a moment. She goes, okay, caveat on that. Let's say 4 weeks, just to be
That'll
to be
plenty.
safe.
That'll be more than enough.
We'll be gone
Yeah.
long before then, I promise.
My God, no, okay.
And we promise not to break anything either, so you won't have to spend most of that on repairing things or anything like that.
You guys
Excellent.
are making this sound like something else. Hold on.
Asira, she calls.
Poor lady.
She calls
People
out
in
a.
penthouses often break things just because they can.
She calls out a young girl. My daughter Asira normally helps with serving. Asira, whatever they need tonight, I'll help the other patrons, and you make sure those glasses do not ever touch empty. They have a selection of different ciders. Some Eterna vodka is kind of a root mash type. Vodka is a big thing here, and other like wines and stuff are pretty typical. But they've got whatever.
Everyone pick a bottle.
Do you have something close to like 300 proof? That's kind of like my lower range, but I think I can do with that.
Proof's measured on a scale of 0 to 200, ma'am.
Oh, you clearly haven't explored much when it comes to alcohol, and I completely understand. There's a whole
Well,
world
if
there.
you're looking for fire starter to burn crops, then that's when we use the 200 proof.
Let's start with that.
That's the strongest we've got, ma'am. But okay,
All right.
it's like 190 proof is as good as she can get. Like, it's
Maybe if you
Everclear.
combine 2 separate types, you can add the proofs together.
Isn't
I
200
don't know,
proof
this
100% alcohol?
Yes.
Yes.
How
What would
do you
300
get
be?
150% alcohol?
I don't know. Ask. Yeah.
It's like some Spinal Tap shit. Or
Goes to
alcohol
11.
goes to 150.
I hope-
It's when you concentrate it down to a
Max,
suppository.
Sweet Max. I hope you never know. I hope you never know.
Okay.
I'll just
Um,
I'll take a cider, something easy.
Yeah, she gets some local ciders and wines for the rest of y'all, and straight
say
fucking
tea.
grain alcohol for you. And
It's like the moment the bottle she had earlier. It's like the moment Doran chugged it, he just grew hair on his chest.
The lizard man.
But yeah. Whoa.
for teas, we have a spiced red from the south, and then we have a very nice floral and tea from here. It's
That one.
okay. So she gets it's really like a chamomile type tea. Yeah. So you guys get drinks, and they don't even ask. Like, Asira just starts bringing you all plates of food.
Yay.
But you guys have access to the tavern for the evening.
Yeah.
All right, Doran. Lay it on us. What's up?
Upstairs.
We're gonna go upstairs to the rooms.
I thought that we were upstairs.
We're upstairs.
Oh, she
We're
yeah,
upstairs in the room.
she starts to help you guys in the bar, and you're like, we're going up. And so then Asira's just like, you got it, and is like running stuff up and down.
Yeah.
You find as you get up there, Blair, are you staying with Vaya to go upstairs?
I'll just be like, do you want to come upstairs with me?
Are you giving scritchies?
Yes.
The tentacle wraps around your waist and boom, displaces in place and appears up. It's been trained with a single teleport that works from the bar to this room. It doesn't have a door, it just teleports to this room.
Oh, I'm here. Thank you, dear. Get the under the chin one. I imagine everyone comes up there and I'm already up in the room.
Yeah. Open the door.
It's a teleporting cat. Just
Just don't question it. It is what it is.
she moves
The
through fucking walls
dignitary
like
life.
they're made of water. So
I'm being texted because we're on the big screen TV at Chris's house, and Chris and Michaela are watching us, and they're like your nameplate's covering your face. So I had to move my camera. It's mostly, I told him, I'm like, it's because I'm drinking and just dying like this all night. I'm just like,
You know, after the whole, not dead thing, I would love to know what it's like to be, like, ethereal like that, you know? Like, the fact that you can just go through walls, that's way better than not having to breathe.
I mean, I don't really have to breathe either.
Really? So it's just an
No,
upgrade?
I have to breathe a little bit.
She said... Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
you're the Kmart brand. She's the premium.
This
She's just
kind of what happens when
the
you get your
upgrade.
body
She can do what I
crafted by
can
a
do.
god.
Yeah, she could just do what I can do and more. Like, I'm gonna be like that one day. I'm gonna try that out if I
I want to be a
can.
ghost when I grow up.
All right, for
Yes,
campaign two with the Discord
What goes
statuses, we need to figure out how to hook into the Discord API and snag the status from people, so they can update their status on the stream and it'll reflect on the stream.
Yes.
It's Josh staying away from the cat.
Yeah, you guys arrive. Asira pays no mind to the fact that Vaya's up there, and she just runs up. It's like sets all your stuff down. Okay, I'll come up and check on you fairly often, but if I'm not here and you need something, she points to a little silver bell. That one right there. If you just ring that, it'll bring us downstairs to the kitchen.
I can assure you we are far less maintenance than most people you were expecting.
Oh,
You're welcome to join us for food and drinks if you like. It's really not that big of a deal.
let me check with Mom, and then maybe. And she thinks about it for a minute. She's like, ooh, okay, and she goes back downstairs. You guys are alone with Vaya.
Plop,
Just-
floor.
So there's really no easy way to begin this conversation, but
This might make it easier.
glug.
Look, done. One.
It's. I mean, she had some pretty strong
Everclear's
stuff.
not fun.
She had a pretty. Have you ever drank Everclear? I'm gonna need a con save.
Glug that.
Fuck.
How do you just glug that with no result?
One
with no
191
reaction?
proof is literal flame going down.
I
It's
have.
rough.
We used to make apple pie out of 190 proof, where you would do
Oh.
a handle, or you do a
Moonshine.
0.75, like a 3/4 liter of 190 proof Everclear, into a gallon of farmer's market apple cider. You'd throw in like 4 or 5 cinnamon sticks and then a scoop of sugar, and you would let all that simmer and like warm up a little bit, but then you would mix the Everclear in after it simmered and concentrated that, and it would distill down to probably like 160 or 170 if we were lucky. I drank a wine bottle with friends for a New Year's. I had like 4, we bottled them all up, and then we took it there, and there was like 3 or 4 of us, and I had like 3 pulls off this bottle, and it's horrible because it tastes like apple pie, and it's like 170 proof. I don't get blackout drunk. I woke up in a bag of Doritos in a random side storage room. I was in a storage room. There was a blanket thrown at me, and my arm, I was almost elbow deep in a bag of Doritos. And I was like, how did I get here? How did I get here? Everclear.
No, not the bag of
I was
Doritos.
gonna say, I guess that's better than hugging the toilet. Like,
Yeah.
Doritos is not a bad way to
Oh.
wake up. You can't just,
It is
oh,
so
yay,
bad
food.
waking up on a toilet, dude.
Yeah.
That is so. Doritos,
I've never been
I
that
would
bad,
take any day.
thankfully.
Yeah.
Like that's as bad. That's as worse as I've been. Is in a bag of Doritos. I don't wake up and get. Not like
Oh
that.
Yeah,
gosh,
my
no, I have
first-
such a weak stomach.
My first COVID, I was coughing so much I couldn't do anything else. Like I was sipping on brandy to go to sleep, and I
Jesus.
woke up coughing so much that I couldn't feel my throat, and like I thought I couldn't breathe, so I just took a shot of Everclear.
Oh,
That was
Oh.
the worst decision of my life. But it cleared
Why?
out everything, and I felt everything to the bottom of my stomach.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
so a 19 saves. Like you are buzzed. You've had drink before, but this is a whole new experience, and you're going, whoa. And like it almost summons the fire. Like the dragon's breath almost comes out. You were like, you're feeling like you were at the sandy witch, or the what was it, the sandwich in
The
Oh,
sandwich.
yep,
the flaming
sandwich.
sandwich.
The flaming sandwich. Yeah.
I miss that place.
That place is amazing. I can't wait to go back there in the future. Because it's in Katya, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's in Max's city. It's in Katya.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Because it was near the dignitaries district.
So yeah.
Anyway,
Standing there now definitely more inebriated than previously, kind of staring out the window. These gifts I've been given, this ability to make a wish, is something that weighs heavily on my mind.
It's good. That means you understand what is at stake and what could happen.
And it's something that I don't want to sit through alone. I could do literally anything with this. Jaeger, I could bring your family safely to you. I could make your debt to this demon go away like that. Mixamil, I could bring your family back. I could make the people responsible for their deaths disappear off the face of the earth instantly. Isadora, I could make you alive again. Proper alive. No throat slit, no undeadness, just alive. These options weigh on me. And it is my responsibility as your friend to take in your opinions, your wants, your desires. These may be my wishes, but you are my family. And I would not want to be selfish with this when I could do so much more.
What about saving Oodland?
There is actually your family.
There is.
Blood family.
That is
Chosen family, of course, yes, we.
could have my family back. Yes, this is true. This would be the selfish choice to do that. But I could do. I could end our strife. I could make Imana just disappear. I could make her rot in the nine hells.
It's possible. She might just as easily be replaced by something else, though. We know that she is not necessarily the.
There's the Lord of Rot thing.
There is
That's on top
something
of
that she
her.
is in service to. She is a general or something of the like, but we don't know what it is that moves her on this
You
board
don't need to
that
make
we
this
play on.
decision right now. Soren's right. Unfortunately, we don't know enough to really just make a huge decision, like ask away all of the rot that we've been facing, that we've been trying to get to the bottom of. Because that might just strip away one symptom of the whole, like, of a disease.
Still one less thing we would have to deal with.
But we could be smart. We could play our cards right, and then when we get to the bottom of it, we can kill it at its source for good, instead of just fixing a symptom.
Well, that's the thing. I could just wish the source of it all away.
But we
That would
don't.
end the disease.
We don't know the
though.
source. Can't wish something you
That's
don't
the
know
problem.
about. I mean,
still
we
don't think-
figure that it's this Lord of Rot figure, but what if he's just what if he's a figurehead, or what if he's, just
An
another
idea.
step up above Amana?
And what if, on our way to solving this,
Organically.
we lose one of us, or we fuck up royally? How nice would it be to know that so close to finding a solution, we could fix that mistake?
Control Z or something.
What?
I don't know what that means.
I don't
but
get the reference.
Who taught you ethereal speech?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the reference, but I feel like her heart's in the right place.
Okay, so big picture stuff maybe take a back seat for now. But I mean, we could solve problems still. Jaeger,
I mean,
this whole
I can't
situation.
help but second helping Jaeger out.
You don't
You
get
have
to
two of
use
those
that on me.
Why?
I
Because
don't-
you think you're not worth it.
No,
Come on.
I'm not going to be greedy and say I don't wish to have my family back and this whole demon thing be gone. But that's a giant unknown, and you could be saving so many more lives than just mine and a simple friend. I didn't do this and go down this route just to make my life better. I did it to get my family back. Yeah,
And I
it's
do
very
think we can
selfish.
solve that with our own hands as well. To some
But
degree.
Jaeger, you are a huge player in this. Whatever it is that we're playing, we're in it. It's happening. We have made choices, maybe mistakes along the way, but ultimately, all of our fates are tied, and you, included, play a huge role in that. And we can't afford. I mean, we almost lost Soren not too long ago with that whole heart thing, and now we potentially
I did not even
Could
remember
either-
the heart thing. Soren, I could just. Well,
Don't
no,
worry.
Thorn. It's okay. I
It's
can
more
live
than
with being
bandaged down.
half dead, and he can live with having a different kind of heart. But Jaeger was literally willing to summon the boogeyman to just have a chance at having his family. And yeah, he deserves to have his family back, but ultimately his fate has led him here. He has a role to play when it comes to solving this greater save all the lives thing with Amana. And if he's
We
not
could
in the
always-
game, that
Could
could
always
help us
wish
down
to
the line.
follow the thread that leads to the best outcome.
But you're again thinking too narrowly. You could just kill me,
No,
and that's done. I'm not
No,
saying do it.
Jaeger,
Just
no,
hold
but-
on. Theoretically, you could just end me right now, and that thread's gone. That's still small picture. You could
Not
end.
really. Killing you doesn't get rid of that thing that's attached to you.
I am its vessel.
So,
It'll just
An
attach to
ethereal
someone
creature.
else.
exactly.
that's my point.
But that you wish for that thing to go away. There's still something else that will take its place. That's how these things work. You can't just stop the inevitable things. They just get replaced with bigger, badder, or sometimes smaller. It could be better, sure. But there's still an entity out there that you could end. You could change.
Jaeger, I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you wouldn't be more focused on all of this if you knew your family was safe and sound at home. And you didn't have to worry about some demonic essence that you were indebted to.
That's the thing, though. I'll look
You
you
don't
dead in
need
the
a wish
eye.
for that, though.
I'm not worried about the demon. And yeah, it all goes away when my family comes home. But I don't even know if they're still here.
I will also add, with the state of the world right now, wishing that they're home and safe doesn't make them safe, right?
It's very true.
And I don't have a home.
You know what I mean? Figure of speech. I would wish that they were.
You're not listening to the way that we're saying it back to you. That's an incredibly unknown thing that if you wish someone back, that doesn't mean they're back. Do you understand?
You
Like,
think they
look-
might come back different.
If they are dead and
If
you
they're
wish
dead.
them back, they don't come back the same. Look at Isadora. If you wish them back and they were maimed, they come back maimed. I need to
Even
know
if I were to wish
visibly.
that they were returned safe and sound, healthy, 100% living, no variation.
You know for a fact that's going to work that way.
Could
That
happen
is
from
apparently
time
what
to
the
time.
magic inside of me is saying.
I don't deal in magic that well to know exactly how that will handle itself out. But what I do know is I don't know if they're okay. I don't know if they're still alive. I don't even know if they're able to come back safely. So it might use your world-altering wish to do no good if they don't come back at all. That's what I'm trying to say. You're going to waste a wish on an unknown. And by all means, I would do anything, and I've said this before, I will do anything to get my family back. But I have not seen a single thread of their existence since they were taken.
This is all just operating under the assumption that they can't be saved with our own hands as well.
Exactly.
If we arrive at the conclusion that yes, it is a long foregone possibility, then sure, maybe we entertain this, but I still believe that we can achieve this with just our collective strength.
I sort of thought that's where we were heading next. I mean,
I did as well.
taking care of the Ebon Hand, I figure we're gonna talk to King Dushind, get our asses in gear and head up to the Hoyasin and make the Ebon Hands run red.
And find his family by proxy.
Yes.
That actually brings up an interesting topic that is adjacent to our collective goal, but not exactly the wish at the moment. When we were dealing with, I don't think we even got his name, but the last survivor of that group from the ship.
Oh, I thought I asked his name.
I don't think I got it.
I asked his name, but I don't think I got it. I think he just said, like...
He just said, fuck you.
Basically.
Or something
I mean,
like
we were busy just being rude with him, so...
Yeah.
We know that the Grand Malache Stay Zyrolin is the top head honcho of the Ebon Hand.
Yeah, Grand Malachest.
Ah, Malachest! That's one word.
I wrote down below that, ew, they're fucking nihilists with the little barf emoji.
Yay, thanks for the sub, J. Ritchie.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, thanks for the gift sub, Richie.
So, this approaches the larger, broader topic of, I suppose, who we are. Sort of adjacent to the wishing of grand world-altering events, but Max, you brought up an interesting point that, yes, I do think that, how to put it? Torture is beneath us. Extraction of information at the point of agony is hardly an effective method. But we are, to put it simply, here to collect fucking heads. I just need to make sure that we all understand that we are not getting out of this clean.
I keep thinking back to, Maximil, what you said about how there are too many unknowns. What if they were not unknown?
Like,
Thought had crossed my mind.
what if you wish to know things?
What if I just wished that we all knew every step of the plan that Imana has? Who her...
For the shortest path to defeating her and the forces of evil that she operates or serves.
Exactly, who she serves for that matter. How to defeat them if we need to. The unknown
That'd be
can
good.
be known to us.
Continued guidance of how to achieve our goals.
I mean,
Sort of
knowledge is
compass
generally
that
the
always-
best way to get forward.
Knowledge is power.
Compass that always points to where we want.
I mean,
Could we wish?
knowledge might also help our chances, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Brandornum let me peek behind the curtain and they're pretty slim.
Great.
So anything we can do to make it better chances.
I mean, if we can know our path, that the paths that would lead us to success, if we know what Imana's doing, then I mean that's an amazing idea.
We
Or who
could
she reports
know
to.
everything.
Everything, what Imana's doing,
Her whole
who she's
plan.
reporting to,
Definitely.
what the person above her is planning.
Careful
need
with
to be
knowing
very
everything, your
careful
head might pop.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
we do not
yes.
want to know everything.
Well, then why don't we make Blair know everything? If her head pops, she can just reform it, right?
No, this is a
Everybody
physical
knows
body.
everything.
I don't know everything. I just have
I
approximate
don't
knowledge of
understand how
many
you
things.
work. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I was a formless, ageless being made of ethereal magic, and now I've been stuffed into flesh.
What if we wished
How
for
did
like
your head not pop when
a
that happened?
book that had an organized like methodology of everything that Imana was planning, or everything that who Imana was in charge of was planning. So like
How
there
to
were
take down the big
sections.
bad for dummies.
Do you want better? What if we wished for a book that automatically answered any question we posed to it?
That's
Brilliant
some
had
stuff
something
right
like
there,
that.
She did have
Actually,
one of those.
That would be awesome.
It wouldn't be
If we
limited
wished
in
for an
its
audience
knowledge.
for Dwynham,
That was a
And we get the
database of
book.
knowledge from far in the past. That wasn't something that could see the future and determine.
This would be an omniscient book that could give us a literal live feed of the answers we need.
Caveat, you should also make it only work for us, so if someone grabs it, it doesn't work.
That's also true. It should only work for
it's
us.
loyal. It has
Yeah.
secrets.
If someone else tries to use it, it gets a big. The book instead says like "screw you" or something.
What's the password?
Someone else
What's
uses
the
it and they just
password gonna be?
disintegrate.
Okay, that's excessive.
I just watched that last night.
Speaking
But-
from a purely cynical point of view, that does make us now very valuable, exploitable resources, though.
Nobody would need to know. Who would know other than the people
know.
in this room?
You know. We are
I know.
not stalwart fortresses of information. We can be easily accessed by those who know how.
And exploited.
Unless we wish otherwise. Yeah, I know.
We have too.
But that feels like I feel like we could. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could probably write that into the wish.
What if this
don't know.
book, instead of being only accessible to us, it is only
Visible to us.
visible to us? It is only physically accessible by ourselves with our intention.
It only
Like
exists
it
with
only,
us.
only exists when we are requesting it or perceiving it or something like that.
Yeah,
Would you mind checking the room?
almost like it's a shared like fever dream. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't
A shared
really exist.
hallucination of knowledge.
Yeah, like a shared hallucination of knowledge.
Like,
So that way it doesn't exist on this plane, but like
Like a-
kind
like
of
an interconnected
we all collect-
net of.
Yeah.
Guys, are we inventing the internet?
Some kind of repository
Inventing
for
Google.
all of the world's knowledge, but for some reason, the only
We're
reason it gets
fantasy
used
Google.
is to
We
bitch
just need to
about
ask it.
films and share lewd images with each other.
And then at a certain point,
We're
it starts telling
inventing
you that there are
fantasy
other
Google,
people.
you guys.
We
It knows
call it
everything.
Jeeves.
But I think if you got two, one for now, one for emergencies. Should something go terribly, horribly, catastrophically wrong, you still have one in the back pocket to rewrite.
That was my intent, is to keep one as an emergency oh shit button.
Nudging Jaeger, can
Yeah.
I ask him to check the room?
Sure. I will boop boop. That
Boop, boop.
and
Boop,
my
boop,
spectrum analyzer. So
We're talking about dangerous shit.
Yeah, we
analyzers
really are.
and my monocle. I'll detect magic and see invisibility and check the room. And you're
You're
muted.
muted.
And you're muted.
Thankfully, yeah, I just muted just in case, but thankfully it's a huge city. And there's a lot of people up to shit all the time in this city, probably, and not everybody's bugging every tavern, so there's nothing here.
We're clear.
Thor,
We
what
believe
was
you.
it that you said? You said connected network. Why don't we come up with a name for it? Like the
The interwebs.
the internet. Yeah.
Or we
Like a
could call it the
network.
connected work.
I like interweb because web like the spider
Oh,
silk
like
from
That's
Brandon.
true.
Like
It would be a web that reaches the whole world, a worldwide web.
any
Ben's face.
is
Ben's
accessible
face.
through this web work.
Ben's face just fucking ended me.
And we could, make it shorter so other people don't know what we're talking about and just call it www.
Or just call it the web.
Yeah.
You just write in www and then you maybe like a period and then you ask the question.
The question. Oh, that's such a good idea.
That just sounds like a lot. Why not just be able to ask the question straight up?
Remember,
That sounds like
the wish has to be kind
a
of
real
short
pain
and
point.
can't make it
Say
super.
Like
this.
given as the users of this particular technology, I just feel like that's very inconvenient. Why
You have to
ask
be able to
us
say it.
to have
in
to go
6
out of
seconds.
our way to make it work when we could just have it in its convenience way possible?
There is another thing. When I make whatever wish I make, it is going to physically expend as much energy as it needs to make this wish happen. And that means that I will be quite incapacitated for multiple days. I am going to
Good thing we have a tavern
basically...
for a co-
I'm basically going to wither to nothing. It's going to be incredibly
4 weeks.
brutal.
This was just something that you could just do willy-nilly. You're
No,
having
this
to
is-
fucking...
This is going to be a very severe risk to my person.
Rewriting the fucking universe is not something that can be just done without consequences.
Exactly.
Then
That
why
is
would-
why-
Permanent though.
Why would we
It's not
even do
permanent.
it?
It's not permanent. It
Oh.
goes
It's
away
not.
very quickly.
It just.
Okay.
It will be for a few days.
All right.
But this
Are we doing this
undertaking. Well,
Something we want to do now?
I thought
I
we
mean,
agreed on one now and then one just in case.
if
Like,
we
for
can
the
come up
first
with a
year.
good enough use for it right now, yes, we will do one right now. But it
I'm
has to be
currently
something
working
major.
on the wording of the book one.
You mean the interweb?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
This actually, I think, may be our best bet. If
Could
we have
also
a
make it-
repository of knowledge, we'll have every advantage.
It will.
Something good too, so it's not a physical item. Could make it a pocket dimension that's only accessible by us. One entirely made and comprised of all knowledge that was and will be.
What if it was something that could
We could get the answers to
in front of
next
us that
meal.
only
We
us
could
see?
learn of your parentage.
I could
Information
find
would
out
solve
if
a
my
lot of
parents are
problems.
Still around.
We
You're-
could.
Well, no, my parents are dead, but like my relatives.
You could find out if you have living relatives. Yes.
Your family, yes.
I bet they're insufferable.
You understand that we would all get access to all of the information there ever was and will be.
Potentially.
You know what happens to
Madness.
people that go down rabbit holes like that?
They become highly valuable and exploitable, or they go insane. which
Well,
is
we
why
just keep an eye on each other.
Yeah.
What
We
happens
could
if
do
we
like
all
a weekly meetup, like a weekly check-in where we're just like, hey, how's your mental health?
I think the point was more that we're not consciously holding all of this information all at once.
Right. This is just
Yes.
something. This is an
Doorway to-
external thing that holds all this knowledge that we can ask any question and it will know and it will tell us. The risk
It
to our
can hold
own
the
personal
info and
mental
not our
capacity
brains.
is not great. I don't think we're going to risk going crazy with this.
I already
Yeah, I don't
know
think so
too
either.
much. I don't want to know more, but if a book
That's-
has it,
Says the guy who knows a lot of stuff to the girl that doesn't.
the temptation there though is what scares me personally.
I'd say out of all the people in the world, either in this one or the one on the other side, you're the 5 most trustworthy people that I think could handle that kind of information.
I see your concern, Jaeger. I do. We all know how you have personally gotten in the past with your own interconnected theories and queries and need to understand things. And you're right, it could prove to be overwhelming. But
and tempting.
I feel like it is something we could make use of that is more of a benefit than a risk. The benefit outweighs the risk.
You need to exclude me. And I think you need to exclude Max.
What?
I'm not. You've already been tempted by the enemy. I physically made a deal with an enemy.
What do you mean I've been tempted? Oh.
Yeah, check your scar.
Which has been cleared now, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I'm not saying it's there. I'm just saying we have stepped into a place where I think Soren's on the nose there. Is exploitation happens to us, willingly or not, it has happened. So we have to take into consideration that you just open up a knowledge bank that at any point in time, if we use that and we're seen using that, that could be game over for all of us.
Could always just appoint a librarian. Make one of us.
Wait. Hold on. Librarian. The guy.
I don't trust
what's
him.
his
with-
name?
I wouldn't want to risk
No.
handing anyone else
Well, I'm
this
saying
kind
one
of
of
power.
us.
No.
No, but that guy, the fucking half god, he already knows almost everything.
Yes,
Imagine
he's
if he
not
was our
willing to
librarian.
share it with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would be forced to if this was our.
I
wish.
don't want to share it with him. I've known him for very long, and he does not need a library of infinite knowledge.
I thought he already had that.
As much as he did for me in terms of personal gain, he was a bit of a dick.
Yes, he was a huge asshole. Out of everybody, I know that.
That's right, he made you not exist. I forgot
Yeah,
about
he
that.
literally made me not exist. But if we combined him to
So
this
not something I want
witch-
to.
No,
tempt
let's
with
not bring him.
infinite power and knowledge.
Isn't that the
bindings
perfect
and things of that
example? Are you not putting that together?
What?
With
You're
that
right.
type of power, you become someone like him.
And he hasn't destroyed the world or done anything too terrible besides just be
That you know
a
of?
knowledge hoarding
Reclusive
dick.
And, you know,
It's
on
not that
our
bad.
best days,
If the
we're
worst that
sometimes
comes of us,
dicky.
yeah, if the worst that comes of us is we become reclusive and rude, I'm fine.
Yeah, but what
I'm
if he's
fine with that.
protecting something? What if
I'm sure he
we
is.
become his enemy now? Because we uncover whatever he uncovered and is keeping from the rest of the world. Like,
Well,
Holy
suppose
Jaeger,
he
do you
does,
ever
but-
stop fearing anything?
That's
You
fair.
fear so goddamn much.
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe
You are made of
Jaeger,
fear.
Uh-huh.
We
Listen, we can't account for all the possibilities of danger that might come our way if we achieve unthinkable knowledge and power. That is not something that we should bother because we cannot account for all the loose ends. But it also doesn't discount the fact that that would change the course of our journey drastically, for the better, hopefully.
There's going to be risks with any path you take with.
Whether it's
I think
physical
that-
violence that we must engage in order to kill this enemy with no knowledge, or with potential harm that may come to us with this knowledge at our side. There
I
is
think it's
no
worth the
easy,
risk.
clean path. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't get out of this clean.
I agree.
Good.
I mean,
Except for Blair,
I do
she's,
think this is gonna be
nothing
bad.
sticks to her, but
yeah.
to be fair, when you've lived as long as I do,
you get slick. I know.
I've seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things, and
Is it all slippery?
you can't. Well, no, it's just. This is gonna probably sound odd for people who have not lived thousands of years, but you can't stop or change anything and everything. Certain things are always gonna happen. Bad shit's always gonna happen, small scale or big scale. You just gotta grab life by the balls and fucking go for it.
And give ourselves whatever advantage we can.
And if it
Let's
goes
do it.
fucking horrifically, we can wish that awful book out of existence.
Yeah, there we go. We have the second wish. If it blows up in our faces, we can get back to square one and then continue the way that we
Still-
were this whole time.
Exactly. We're still on the
Ooh.
path that we were on the whole time. Is it a colossal waste and a very painful lesson? Yes, obviously. But
Well, let's hope for the best. Okay.
All right, so I sent in chat.
I mean,
A
he did
poss-
say that
This is Doran's.
He did say that Doran has
I am
to
the one that
word
has
it
to say
specifically.
it. Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
since we're chatting, I thought that we could help.
That is a good question, Ben. Since this is like we're sitting down and discussing it, can we like group plan out what the wording of it would be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Weird question. Would I know that like you have to be succinct with like 6-second time casting? 'Cause it's an
You're
action.
aware of how long it takes to cast a spell, so 6 seconds is definitely
So it can't be.
like 6 seconds is a round. An action is not a round. An action's typically when you take an action, a move, a bonus action. Like you should be able to say the sentence within 3, maybe 4 seconds at most.
Okay. So just emphasizing we got to be quick.
Quick, clean. No. I do think this will greatly help our chances because when I was looking at all the different realities and every way that this ends poorly or goes south, that was before these wishes came into play. And we only. You're muted, Nate.
I was timing myself on how fast I could say that sentence.
Maybe this will give us more than where things go right.
Isador's gonna put a hand on Doran's shoulder and just be like, "We're all here with you, and I think we've come to a decision."
And at the end of the day, it is your wish, and if you are not ready for this, we can wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ultimately, you do you, dude.
If you'd rather use it to send all the dragons in Oodland to hell, I mean, all the bad dragons in Oodland to hell, I mean, you can do that too, and we'll all stand by you and support you.
And then
If
you
you
can
could
say,
wish for unlimited
strongest
pastries, and I
ale
would
in
support
the
you.
entire of existence, I might judge you, but I would be here with you at your.
wish for a really, really big fucking sword.
He's already got a really big fucking
So
sword.
comically
There's
large.
always bigger.
Like, we could
Unless
call
you're
it the
talking
dragon
about the
flame.
different type of really big sword, in which case...
Or that, I suppose.
I'm good on that front, thank you.
Excuse me.
Just cover Isadora's ears. Shh. You heard nothing.
They're bright red. The ears
Sweet
are bright
child.
red.
Did you hear that, Isadora?
Doran, what is it that you want?
If I had my way, it would be exactly as Mixamil said. I would take away all of the cruel dragons in Noodland, lock them in the deepest chambers of the Nine Hills. I would free anyone under the effects of the fangs of Kirmi brainwashing. I would have my family back. But that is a selfish wish I am not going to make.
It's not selfish if it alters the lives of countless people under their tyranny as well. Just because it benefits you doesn't mean it's selfish.
Yeah. Maybe if we get lucky and don't need to use that second wish as an oh shit button.
What if we do go with this book route? We can figure out the closest and quickest possible way to strangle the living shit out of all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you can
This
satisfaction
power.
dropping the
can
life
help
from
us
them with your own hands.
Anything that we do, we can utilize this as a tool for success.
Take that new dragon slaying sword and thrust it into the heart of all of them. Tell me that doesn't sound enticing.
I would really like to see Velatarthex driven before me.
Yeah.
But you're so driven.
If I do this, then I do it with you all.
We're with you, bud.
All right.
Isadora is next to Doran, but who is on her right? Is there someone on, like, are we in a circle?
I think so.
Whoever is next
We're
to
in a room,
Isadora,
yeah.
she takes Doran's hand and then she takes whoever's next to her.
Hand-holding circle!
Hand holding circle.
Yeah!
Is Blair still back with Vaya? Has
My
to run
hands
over
are
to the
kind of
circle.
occupied by the cat, but
Just like sitting over there caressing
You just see a third hand just start protruding from
Yeah, you've got plenty of
Form-
hands.
All right, form a dread. More hands come out.
I don't like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look at her.
Robbery.
She wants to be a part of it. We're gonna let her be a part of it.
Listen, I'll give you here. Hold on. Just puts her foot out. There we go. You can hold my foot. I'm part of the circle.
Sorry.
Just like holding a big toe, just
I got boots on.
pushing it. Why is it rubbery?
Why is
This is
it
not real.
rubbery?
The boot feels strangely like flesh. It's weird.
Oh. All right, Doran.
All right, DM, here we go.
Doran, are
Oh,
you
he's
making a
sweating.
wish?
I am making a wish.
Nobody else is allowed to speak.
I wish for an uncursed omniscient tome, loyal, visible, and tangible only to consenting members of the Midnight Parliament, that answers truthfully and correctly any query that the Midnight Parliament asks.
There's a flash of light and an imposing tome that you instinctively all know as the Relentless Codex.
That's a fucking good name.
An ancient, imposing tome bound in dark, weathered leather. It seems to pulsate faintly as if it's alive. Descends into Doran's hands. The cover is adorned with intricate arcane symbols that glow dimly in the presence of a member of the Midnight Parliament. Its pages are made from a mysterious, resilient parchment that will never tear or age, covered in flowing script that shifts and rearranges itself into the form of answers for queries posed. The book is surprisingly heavy, as if burdened by the weight of its infinite knowledge, and emits a subtle, ominous hum that can only be heard by its rightful owners. The tome's spine is embedded with a row of blood-red gemstones that, after a moment of looking at them, pulse in rhythm of the heartbeat of each member of the Midnight Parliament. Inside the front cover, there's an inscription in an unknown language.
With our sippy cup of knowledge, can we read it?
Knowledge commands action. Wisdom pays the price.
Fuck. Turbo fuck. Okay.
That is metal.
I have chills.
Hey Ben, we didn't rewrite the universe this time.
This has been a
Pays the
big day for
price.
Cyorion.
Is that wisdom pays the price?
Yep.
Knowledge commands action. Wisdom pays the
price.
price.
Oof.
This is so dumb. Can I insight check that? Like,
You don't
what the
have to
fuck does that
insight
mean?
check the book. You are bound to it. You know knowledge commands action and wisdom pays the price.
Yeah, but what does that mean? I'm dumb. I don't know what that means.
Are you going to
We're
ask of it
going
a
to
question?
Pay a price.
No, I'm asking you. But
No, I'm asking Doran if he's asking of it a question.
I'm trying to think of like the most pressing question.
What does your front cover thing mean? Knowledge commands action, wisdom pays the price. Is there a hidden toll to using this book?
It's on the inside front cover, not on the. It's like
Yeah,
the
the
inscription inside of
Yeah.
it.
right.
Jaeger leaves the room.
What does the phrase knowledge commands action? What the hell was the rest of it?
Wisdom pays the
Wisdom pays
price.
the-
Wisdom pays the price mean.
Hiccups.
You watch as the letters on the page glimmer with an eerie light, shifting and moving, before solidifying into an exact answer. The phrase means that any knowledge obtained from this tome will compel the inquirer to act upon it, and the wisdom to ask the questions means accepting the burden of consequences. I need everybody except for Doran to take their headphones off.
Oh shit!
I've never had one of these. Oh god. Okay. Fuck. Ben.
Doran, you are not cursed.
Right, because it's not cursed. We've said not cursed.
But knowledge commands action and wisdom pays the price. This compulsion overrides your free will. You gain the overwhelming and uncontrollable compulsion to test the limits of the tome's power by asking increasingly dangerous and complex questions. You must ask this tome another question immediately. And I'm going to bring everybody back to put their headphones on. Put your headphones back on, people. Put your headphones back on, Maddie. Doran, what do you do?
What is Amana's plan and how do we stop it?
He immediately asks another question.
Does it speak aloud, or does like the thing
No,
appear on the page?
it appears on the text.
Okay. What does it say?
Can Sarah get a transcript of everything the book says for her notes, please?
Same.
Do we all get live time? Like, is all of our questions and results in the book with our own personal interaction with the book only visible to us? Is it like private
Nope.
tab, or is it like we
Just in
all
the
see
book.
everything that's
Nope.
asked?
As the first question is answered as well, you just hear 5 echo off the cover of the book.
5?
We probably only have a limited number of questions, but that
Why is
shouldn't
the answer to the previous question 5?
The voice emanating from the book again after Doran asks, what is Amana's plan and how do we stop her? After he reads the book, it says 4.
Damn it, we didn't make it unlimited.
See, but it doesn't say that it would be limited in the wish. There's no phrasing that would require it to be limited. It
Nobody
answer
said that
any
this was a limit.
question.
It's just counting something.
I don't like that.
Wait, but
Let's
it also
get all the
didn't
best
answer any questions.
It did.
Yeah.
It answered Doran specifically. The text said... it is about to answer him. I just wanted to preface that this answer does say 4 at the end of it. Like, I'm just adding that.
Okay, I wouldn't have asked that if we didn't get the answer, because I thought the answer to his question was 5.
No. He read an answer. Doran, did you read it out loud? I'll give you that option because
Yeah, I will have read it out loud.
he says the phrase. So on the first one, he does say the phrase means that. Did I read it out loud to you guys? Did I
Yes,
tell you
you
what it
did.
said? Yeah, the phrase means that any knowledge obtained from this tome will compel the inquirer to act upon it, and the wisdom to ask such questions means accepting the burden of its consequences. The second the question, Imana seeks to sever Cyorion from the anchors. She plans to turn this world into the new plane of rot. She will do so by destroying the anchors.
Okay.
She gathers her forces and plans to find a way through the portals to the city of Busat. I need everybody to take off their headset except for Doran.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I'm gonna go pee.
You immediately know from reading that where she plans to go. I am gonna add that she seeks to activate the portal from her Frost Crown throw to Busat. You are compelled to seek the location of the Frost Crown and to find a way to stop her from getting to Busat. Your only purpose now is to seek a location, or seek a way to find your way to the Frost Crown. You are still compelled to ask questions, but you now have another mission, so you may put down the book rather than ask. You're not forced to ask an additional question, but anytime that book is opened up by any of your friends, you cannot tell them not to open it. If it appears, you will ask a question. All right, headsets back on. Doran reads aloud. There was what I had said that Amana's plan. I did not add, and I remembered that I needed to add the part that Imana seeks to open the portal from her Frost Crown to Busat.
Okay.
Her Frost Crown in Eterna.
Okay. Okay, so I wouldn't have asked why is the answer to that question 4 or
Correct.
5.
But it does say 4.
It says 4.
Doran, you can release the book. You instinctively know, all of you instinctively know that you can summon it to you and dismiss it. And it appears and disappears as you need it. That was part of the original wish, correct? Uncursed is loyal, visible, and tangible only to the consenting members. Yeah, it becomes visible and tangible to you when you summon it.
Okay. Okay, so we have the what and the how, the where. We don't really care. Well, we know the why. That's not really important. We need to know the how of beating her. We need a step-by-step guide. We need a path that we can follow.
Do we want to ask about any weaknesses she has? You're muted, Maddie.
I feel like if we ask how, that could clue us into any other questions we may need.
Can I inside check Doran? Does he look like he's doing okay?
Zach, I want to make sure you saw your DMs, so.
I saw the DM, yeah. Doran gets up and is walking out the door.
Where are you going?
Isadora is gonna immediately wrap her arms around his waist and dig her ankles in.
Doran, what's going on?
We have to go talk to the king right now.
Right
Okay,
now.
yes.
Right now, we have to go talk
Why?
to the king.
Why?
I think
Why?
we just gotta
Imperative for
listen
our
to him
mission.
on this one.
What?
Can you explain why? We'll do it. You can
Okay.
explain why
Just-
on the way.
just-
The
But
king
just
has the answers that we need. We have to go now. Time is
Okay.
wasting.
But what if the king won't see us till
No,
tomorrow?
we're going
Who gives a
now.
Shit. We're going.
The tome will compel the Inquirer to act upon it.
I thought we said we wanted it not cursed.
I did say uncursed. That was something that we said.
I mean, it's
It's not a
a
curse.
tome of infinite knowledge. It's not cursed, probably. Other shit, enchanted. Vaya, you stay here. You be a very good girl, and I will come see you later tonight.
What time of day is it?
Night.
Evening, like 5 or 6 o'clock. Yeah, purple. It's purple.
5 or 6? Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm sure the king is seeable at this time, right? I'm pretty sure we have to give notice. Soren, how do we let them know we're coming?
We can let them know.
Why are you asking me?
I don't know, because
fucking know.
you always know what's going on and
I
how to do things.
So, actually, the fun fact, because of the wish that actually went through. Doran has a whopping 3 strength right now.
Oh, no.
You wrap up Doran and he is.
So you wrap
completely
me up,
tweaked.
Isadora. I don't move, and I have to
Okay,
do this way for
yeah, she's still
2d4
holding.
days. So actually, let's just roll
Doran,
it
I
in.
am so sorry.
Level
I know you
2
really want to go do this thing right now, but I think it's a very bad idea. I don't know why, but for some reason.
Oh my
No,
God!
8 days
Dex
in games
days.
of goddamn
8
eternity.
in-game days of 3.
We just say
strength
we take
Doran.
8 days of timeout. Just
Oh my god.
We'll
Nope,
come back
gotta
and
go
pick
see
up
the king.
Doran in
Gotta go see the king.
36 weeks when we finally have passed 8 days in game.
Doran,
See you guys next year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that me being able to hold you in spot it's not a good sign, because we've had multiple tests of strengths to show that I am not stronger than thou.
Also, you're stronger right now. The book is compelling you to go and do this now, correct?
Now we have to go now.
Did it specify why? Is it a time-sensitive thing, or is this just compulsion?
Don't know. I just have to go now to talk to the king.
Can we ask? Can you ask? him
Where's
if
this
it needs to
attitude
happen now?
earlier when I wanted to go to the king?
We didn't have a fucked up book
He's
yet.
in such a bad state. I mean, Max, you could hold him here if you wanted.
Weighs
What?
1,000 pounds, but, you know.
Doran is struggling and like trying to fight her, and she's literally like got him with one arm and is like loosely holding him.
Being magically sapped of your strength does not rob you of the weight that you carry and the fucking enormous muscles that you have. All right, fuck, fine. We'll go and talk to this king. I doubt they're going to
Yeah,
see us.
but look at him.
I'm aware, but we're not
We'll
planning on getting in a
figure it
fucking
out.
fist fight with the king.
Doran, I need you to also
Yes,
roll a
but-
D100.
Oh.
This is
Ooh.
this is
These were
just for
worst case.
this is just for whether or not you can cast wish afterwards.
I thought
Oh,
you said
that's
that
right.
wasn't part of this.
No, he gets
For, like,
to-
once he's
Oh,
done
it
the
doesn't
second
count for
second
the-
one.
It's just
Got it,
doesn't
for
get
the-
you after that.
You're cutting it out, but that's okay. I get what you mean.
I'm muting because of baby.
Oh, 20.
All right, so after your next wish, you will be.
You're muted.
We can't hear you.
You're muted, Ben.
Why am I muted?
You broke it. Oh
my
no.
gosh.
Oh no.
Did I really break it? Hello? You guys hear
still
me now?
muted.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Okay.
There you
okay.
go.
So with a 20 after your next wish, which the deck of many things compels you to have 2 wishes, so you get 2 wishes that you can use. After that, you're incapable of using
I
wish
can
scroll.
never
You can
wish
never use wish
Ever
again.
again.
So you don't have to roll the
That's
exhaustion on the next one. You're
That
just
too.
oh no, you get 2 wishes, but you can never wish after the 2.
Yeah, the barbarian can't cast wish again. Oh.
Oh no.
The chances you'd get another chance to wish is astronomically low anyway.
But I mean, it's Doran.
But also, look at him.
Luckiest man.
He's
alive.
about
Isadora,
to
we are
collapse.
looking at
It-
him. We see him, and I see that he's in distress
Is
and
there-
needs to do what he needs to do.
Can I roll some sort of like Arcana check to see if there's something magically weird happening? Like, I know there's something magically weird happening, but I'd like to know what it is.
You can certainly try.
Thank
saying
You
you.
know
This
how
does
you want to,
seem-
you know how you can know what it is.
Ask
Ask the book.
Don't ask the book. Based on the wording of the inner
Oy.
script, this does seem like the book is compelling him, right?
He needs rest.
I guess. Could I roll
The
too?
power of Christ compels you.
You
I'm
made a
gonna use
wish.
my
I gave you a
inspiration
tome.
from this session.
Knowledge commands action, and wisdom pays the price.
Hmm.
That's and you asked the book about it, so like
Okay.
I think that your characters have definitely figured something in this is out, and it is not cursed, but something just does have a price.
This
What
was
if we wish for this book
Arcana
to be infinite?
25.
We have 2.
You have no idea of how this book was created besides wish, like which you know is an immensely powerful spell. You just watched the most magical ability ever. It came into existence with gems that pulse with your heartbeats,
Mhm.
and only appears to you all and is a tome of infinite omniscient knowledge, and just laid out the exact plans of your
The
enemy.
enemy.
Told you what to go look for to find her, where she wants to go, what she wants to do, what her plans are if she succeeds.
Mhm.
To be fair, the question asked was, what is her plan and how do we stop it?
That is true.
Yeah, seek her out at the Frost Crown
Doran?
and keep her from going to Busan.
Okay.
through the
Okay.
portals.
Doran, wait. It told you how to stop her?
Yes, we go to her house and we kill her.
Seek her out at Frost Crown. Hey, roll
Told me.
credits.
It told me that we have to go to the king.
There's
the
a
king
queen.
has
It's her.
The king what?
The king has answers.
Did the book tell you that? Did the
Yes.
book can I the words are written in the book, right?
Sorry, angry baby
Read it
doesn't
again.
want to. Yeah, angry baby that doesn't want to go to bed.
That's okay.
The book does not give you instructions about the king. The last thing is printed there, and you can see on the previous page, Doran's answer from the previous question solidified. So you have both questions answered. And then you see the page numbers in the bottom right. It did say 5 and 4, and it says in the bottom right 5 and 4.
How many pages are in the tome?
You keep flipping, and it doesn't seem to stop flipping. You grab chunks of hundreds of pages, and it seems to just continue to flip infinitely.
I'm looking at page numbers. Are there any page numbers?
There are no
at
page
the
numbers on
back?
anything else.
The first page says 5, the second
Page says 4, and none of the others have page numbers.
Okay. And there's nothing before in the book.
Just the cover sheet
Just
that
the
had
inscription.
the thing on it.
It's the warning on the cover. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We're walking and talking towards the king right now,
Yeah.
right? Or are we
Yeah,
still
we're
standing
heading
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
keep.
Doran is compelled. He wants to go get those answers. He's very driven to get those answers because he knows that the Frost Crown is where he wants to go. So he wants to go get those answers.
All right. I'm gonna hold one arm, just for support, just in case anybody is feeling faint. Does anyone else want to maybe hold his other arm?
I'll
Since
hoist him
he's
up,
a
yeah.
very large,
I
large
can
guy.
walk. I can walk. I swear. We need to go.
Yeah, but you're wobbling. We're going. But you are very wobbly, sir.
Where's Jaeger at during all this?
Yeah. I
On a
left.
roof?
Well, first of all, is there like a balcony that I can get to up here somewhere? It's like a shut the door, let out a big sigh, and then immediate panic sits in. So he starts to speed walk outside. And when he gets to this balcony, he loses all control and starts ripping things, like if there's any type of bush or plant or chair, and throws them, and he's just losing his mind, and then starts to weep and is freaking out because he was just asked very, very deep questions about knowledge of his family, and like he could have the answers and has a wish, and the friends just did this unthinkable thing of bringing in knowledge that he could have untapped knowledge of everything, and it's just too overwhelming for him in his human little brain, and just loses it on a balcony, and hopefully there's no one looking and sitting with him.
You finish destroying the balcony, and you see everybody down below walking off with Doran towards the city center.
All right. I clearly saw him shrink, right? Like become fragile, like in that process of casting.
His
spells.
musculature is still there. He
doesn't deflate, right?
Yeah, he doesn't
No,
deflate.
I didn't mean like that, but like he became instantly weak.
You see that
Very
he's
wobbly.
like he's not carrying everything. Like Doran, you had to get rid of almost all your stuff. So your strength score is down.
Yeah,
You
my strength
can't
score
carry
is
everything.
3 right now.
So I don't know if
It's all
you
in the bag
actually.
of holding in the titties.
So I don't know if you put that on in game. Oh, let's see. You're
I
at
did now.
22. So you are
Down to 3.
26 pounds encumbered.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Like I said, let's carry. I got one arm. You got the other.
Yeah, no, he's wearing the clothes on his back, and that's about it. He's left all his stuff in his bag back in the room.
The sword just magically floats on his back, right? So it's weightless, right?
Yeah.
It does. The sword has no weight.
Nice.
Sword's only 6 pounds, but between
That's
your
enough.
your rope, the bedroll, and the javelins, that's it.
God damn.
That gets you down to
at 3 strength, needs help to stand, can be knocked over by strong breezes.
Yep. So basically, you're gonna leave all your stuff in your sheet here, but you're down
Yeah.
to like you lose your
But
rope,
I'm
your
not-
javelins, and
Yeah, I'm not really. The only thing I have is the sword and the magical items I'm wearing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yep. And Doran heads walking towards the city center. Was anybody else asking something of the book before we left? I know you guys were talking, but I switched over to Jaeger pretty quick there.
Yeah, I just want to finalize if I can. I just want to run back in, kind of wipe my face, find the girl that's tasked with keeping watch of us or helping us. I'm just going to reach into my bag and pull out some gold and just be like, I have to go. I'm sorry. My friend said that we wouldn't destroy stuff. I did. Sorry, here's some money, and it's going to be random. So here's a D20. She gets 20 gold.
Okay. You hand her a sack of 20 gold, and she's like, oh, sure.
Yep,
I mean-
sorry.
This will cover anything you've wrecked, I think, up there. Okay, thanks.
Yep. And then I'll rush and get to the party.
Need more money than these people see in like a fucking year.
No, adventurers are a fucking plague.
They are the worst.
This is why we have been poor this entire campaign, so we couldn't do shit like this.
Was anybody, I know there's questions being asked. I want to make sure if anybody asked any other questions before we took off.
Gonna hold.
Do we want to
Just
ask
meta questions.
the book what it does to the asker?
I want to ask the book many things.
You
Most
think
of
I
them
can ask it
selfish.
for cat photos?
Do not even.
We could ask it for the world's best pie recipe.
Wait.
Open a bakery and retire.
Some of our best customers will be
Retire? We
dead.
could just keep doing what we're doing and have
Mind
passive
you.
income.
Every one of you has access to summon this book, and you all know it intrinsically. You can just
Yeah.
open your hands and ask the book a question, and it will be there.
Yep.
I will have to think on my questions if I have any.
Yeah.
I have
many-
approximate
Just
knowledge of
ask
many
her
things. I
whatever.
have no drive.
I like the questions I'm gonna ask are so stupid and like not worth the catastrophic world-ending
Do
fucking
not.
save lives questions. Like I just want to ask it small stuff, but I'm
Yeah.
like obviously not worth the price.
What's the price?
I will,
I don't
in
know.
character, I
don't know
will
what the
stab you
price
if you ask this
is.
thing for cat pictures. If I hear you ask it, can I have a picture of a really cute kitty and it says 3, I'm stabbing you directly in the eye.
Good eye.
Isadora
Yeah, you're one
would
good eye.
become
Google, show me this
Isadora
guy's cats.
because she'd be Ira.
What was that, Sarah?
Isadora would become Isadora because she'd lose an eye.
God damn it.
Well, she would have been if all things were appropriate. Isadora.
Isadora. I
'Cause
just
she
have
would
a
two
stutter.
eyes.
Any questions?
Okay.
I
Right
mean,
now.
yes, all of them.
Thousands, but apparently we only get 3 more. So
Max meal.
But
Is it per person or for the whole party?
How's that itch feeling for questions? Would you like to ask one?
unsatiated.
You probably ask one if you want to, because you have the tome of infinite knowledge available to you.
You
infinite is a
are
very loose term in this
you
case.
are a bad influence.
I'm sorry, did I create the phrase, I wish for an omniscient tome, loyal, visible, and tangible only to the members of the Midnight Parliament that answers truthfully and correctly any query that the Midnight Parliament asks?
I just wouldn't.
I
call it
mean,
infinite.
That just means we can ask it
You
any
should have
question.
asked
It
it
has
to be
answer.
able to ask any questions without consequence
I
and without
put
a
it there so we could edit it together.
But you're right. We should have definitely
Let's
made
do
some
what Nora's
edits.
thing first. We'll ask it more questions later.
Max, are you sure? You can ask it a question and see what happens.
Oh my god.
And
Sob.
what the fuck? Is this you getting back at everybody for
No.
fucking with you today?
No.
Uh-huh.
We're not the
No.
ones who asked for a
Not at
demigod to
all.
just not exist, okay? We just wanted the internet. I feel like we're pretty harmless.
Truth be told, this is pretty harmless compared to
Yeah.
unmaking a section of the universe.
True.
Exactly.
Rewriting time for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, sure. I'll ask a question.
God damn it.
What are the consequences to utilizing this tome, and are there a certain number of questions we're allowed to ask it?
And is compounding a question one question or two?
It's one question.
It's one question because I compounded and went from 5 to 4. So
My question involves the utilization of the tome. So that is my question is about the utilization of the tome.
So what was it like? What are the consequences of it, and are there a limited number of questions?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. The answer crystallizes in front of you. And it answers truthfully and correctly. The consequences of utilizing this tome are the binding compulsion to act on the knowledge gained. And the price of wisdom is the loss of free will. There is no limit to the number of questions you ask. Since you're all present and heard that, Maximiel, you are compulsed to continue asking this book questions. You cannot resist the urge to
Put
seek
the
answers.
hand right on her mouth.
Regardless of the dangers or the moral costs, you may not stop seeking answers. And the book says 5. You look at the script, and yours is written in the common script of Katya, and you flip back to Doran's, and his are written in Dragonborn runes.
It specifically says that there is no limit to the questions that we can ask.
At the end of
It's
your
just- it's
script,
counting.
it says,
What does it count?
when you have queried 5 times, you will provide the name of a new seeker of knowledge. And we'll end the session there.
So I can pass the compulsion on to someone else?
Oh no.
You pass the book to someone else.
we specified
You
its
will
own-
name a new seeker of knowledge.
Us.
Right.
That feels
What, we just-
cursy.
This feels very cursy. Does that mean like, is this something that we understand innately, or is this just something we're trying
You
to
do
interpret in text?
understand because you guys asked for an omniscient tome. This is a portal through which knowledge is gained. After
Mhm.
each person asks 5 questions, this book continues to need people
Mhm.
to funnel the answers through it and to you all.
Okay.
It gains
Can-
those by you and other people that are expert seekers of knowledge,
Mhm.
providing it names of people that it can use to ensure that that omniscience continues across all time and space, and sends those souls out to make sure that all of its knowledge is sought. This book employs, to have omniscience, an army of souls across time and space, and it collects all its knowledge from them.
Interesting.
gain
So it's not
omniscience.
omniscience from a single creature, it's omniscience
From
from a
all
web.
creatures, a
Fuck.
web of creatures. So after each of you ask 5 questions, you will provide a name, and that person will become a seeker of knowledge for this book. And
Do we-
Maximiel, you are immediately compulsed to ask an additional question, and that's where we're going to pick up next time, pausing the actual game, allowing for additional questions for clarification.
I have a question. Do we get the sense that we would be able to pass it between each other in a circle kind of situation, or do we have to then just pass it off to some random fucker that we trust, hopefully?
You will not
No,
hand the
this-
book off. You will name somebody, and that person will become a seeker of knowledge. They will
Yeah,
cease
they're
to
pulled into the
exist.
web of
They will
knowledge.
cease to exist on the material
We are
plane,
creating the army.
and you
Yeah.
name someone, and
We
they
have to
stop existing.
sacrifice people to it?
Yeah.
That's
No,
It
it's not.
consumes
It
people
considers
for
it not.
knowledge?
It doesn't consider it a sacrifice. It needs those souls to get its answers. So
Right,
it,
and they immediately stop existing?
in the physical plane, yes.
Dude,
This feels
Yeah,
this is so cursed.
that is mega cursed.
Holy fuck, that's cursed.
It's not a curse
Yeah.
though.
No, it's just
because it's not
the
affecting
creatures.
us.
People.
This is this book.
I mean,
I'm
it
gonna have to
is.
use my second
It's
wish to undo
cursed.
it.
It's
I'm gonna have to
evil.
use my second wish to undo it.
There's evil. And then
No,
there's
no, we
It's
can
not
do something
evil.
about this.
It's a
No,
true
listen.
neutral book that seeks
I mean,
knowledge
yeah,
and
it's-
has to have a way to find it, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
uses a web of knowledge to find all that knowledge.
So you know what we do? We get our 5 questions out. We name somebody we want to get rid of and don't fucking like it. They have to go be
Imana.
knowledge
Fuck.
seekers.
Imana, yeah, that's true.
Imagine if we knew all the things that Imana knew.
This book is true neutral. It's not evil and it's not cursing you. It does compel you because, as it says on the cover,
There's a price.
there is a price for knowledge, and the price for knowledge is knowledge commands action.
We asked for the
I think this is
internet
so
as a
fucking
book,
amazing.
and it gave us the Death Note.
But it is a true
God.
neutral, like Pyrat
But
just
if it's-
said, true neutral evil Google. Like it's not evil, true neutral Google. It just provides it to you, but
It's
your data
loyal
is
to us.
it is.
It is.
Yeah, we're not handing the book off to anybody else.
The book will
Right.
never
You're
leave
just-
you.
She's sacrificing a life.
Person.
It's consuming people.
But
It's
if
not
we all
consuming
don't ask
people,
5.
they
We get
continue
down
to
to
exist.
1, and then we just don't use it again.
This
Wait,
what's
but
the
what
warning?
does what does that mean though? Like they continue to exist? I'm lost. I'm sorry.
yeah,
You said they cease to
It's an
exist on the material plane.
omniscience. They don't exist in a physical body anymore, but it continues to keep its Blair.
It's
Right, so it-
They
wait,
exist
hold
in the
on.
in-
Eats and etherealizes them.
It
So if
etherealizes
you
them and
think
puts them to
about-
work in a new reality. It considers
I'm
them not
gonna-
dead.
I'm gonna ask
Okay.
something here. A
They maintain
visual.
all their memories,
Say-
and that's how those things. Sorry,
Reverse
really
there.
quick. Sorry, give me 1 second. Really quick.
Yeah.
The reason it contains all of that information is because those people continue to live. It considers them not being destroyed, but immortalized. Because
Okay.
their lived experiences and their lives continue to exist forever, and then they continue seeking knowledge for the web. So not only does that mean that they cease existing momentarily, but then that soul is reborn, lives new experiences at different places in time, and continues to collect information.
And every time we ask 5 questions, each of us, we have to name a new seeker of knowledge.
Because nobody has sought this knowledge before, and now this is a conduit through which everything is known.
Right.
So there is now a cost. Nobody had
And
that
that's
knowledge
someone
before.
who has to find that knowledge.
Someone else
Question.
Yes. Sorry, really quick. I did interrupt Maddie.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Yeah, sorry,
Maddie.
I was just, I think I better understand, but I was thinking like, say, you know those apps where you start out as a tiny little cell, and you have to eat other little tiny cells, and you get a little bigger each time. Is that
Mhm.
pretty much this? They're all becoming a collective, omniscient.
This is a collection of
Slither
all.
knowing.
This is a
Yeah.
collective
A
knowledge of. This book is a portal of knowledge of the entire universe through every lived experience. You guys have
We are
all the
grassroots
lived
growing omniscience.
all the lived experiences of all souls since the beginning of time. Every soul that existed in every iteration of Cyorion through to the destruction of Eterna, to becoming Cyorion and Eterna. You guys have all of the knowledge of all of those souls. If you knew how to word the questions right, you could ask, "How do I build a Yurig?" and it would tell you.
Yeah. Question. Oh, so
All
Question
of
for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
name a new seeker of knowledge. These are souls that are being taken out of time and space and etherealized beyond that physical realm.
Previously,
To
all
be
it had to
reborn
do.
and
Previously, all it
relive?
had to do was just like there was nobody siphoning this knowledge.
Right. Right.
That he just
Can we name
existed. So
people
now
that have already lived.
that are already dead, sure, that soul leaves the cycle. Who currently has that soul? The way that the metaverse works in Cyorion is all souls are locked into the cycle.
Recycled. Right.
So if it goes through creation and then comes back and is living, if you name someone who is, if say you name Burroz, who's definitely
So
dead.
someone- Right.
Say you name Burroz.
But now
Whoever
whoever has
Burroz
that
is,
soul.
whoever Burroz is now, ceases
Uh-huh.
existing.
Interesting.
And that soul's
gonna name someone
new
like
job
them.
is to move across time and space with this thing and seek additional information. So there has to be something for you guys to be able to gain future knowledge. How do you do that? You send souls
An
into the
exchange.
future.
Right.
Again, like it's not cursed. It just has a price. The Relentless
Yeah.
Codex has a price.
I think the compulsion to act is scary, but
Oh,
Oh, what a great way to end that.
I warned you.
yeah, no, we
The
know.
knowledge
Yeah.
drives madness.
Do we? I can't remember if this is something that we would know in character, or I don't know out of character. When souls are recycled back through, do they carry some semblance of the personality that they were before? Like, is the person who has Baraz's soul now also a dick?
not necessarily.
Okay,
And some souls don't make it through creation.
right.
Yeah,
some of
It's
them
a
get-
very
the
weird
metaphysics-
process from what
yeah.
I know.
the metaphysical universe and the way that, like, I don't know if I've said it out right. I don't fucking care. There's enough secrets revealed. But the thing that's blocking the Dyson sphere, I'm not sure if I've said it out right, is the plane of shadow and death.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
so souls that can't go back to the sun, to creation, to be reborn, are sent there, and that's where the layers of hell are. And souls repent through there and work their way down, and then they are allowed to go back to creation after they've. So Buraz is most definitely in our version of like purgatory, not purgatory and hell. Purgatory is the gates, the anchors. That's Nomatathra. So he's definitely like being absolved of sins, and he's not ready to be reborn through creation yet. So that's where he is.
Interesting. We're gonna piss off a lot of gods if we pick him.
Trying not to death note everybody, Josh. The status is too good. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to make it interesting and not just give you guys the fucking internet, and I think we kept it not being cursed with good enough reason that it's not cursed, and it's just there's a price. Knowledge has a price.
Why are we compelled to act on it?
Yeah, the compulsion seems a little cursy.
There's a
Like,
cost
the-
for
the-
you
the
to
price
like you are
makes
exceeding the
sense.
bounds of space and time to receive information that you would not have, and you are required to act on it. You forfeit
What
free will to
happens
know
if
things.
But what happens if
That's
you
a
ask
curse.
two things that like go against each other? Like one sends you to the moon and one sends you to the center of the planet. Like which one are you compelled to do?
Well, Doran was required to ask another question immediately, and then suddenly had other things to do besides ask questions.
Yeah. Yeah,
Assuming the
I thought
newest
that's what
one
we
is
Most
what you're
recent
compelled
is
to
your
do.
most recent is your compulsion, and
So now,
Max
if
is
we go to the
required to
king,
answer an additional question.
so if we go to the king, that ends my compulsion to do that. Does my compulsion to ask another in return?
Probably.
I mean, you technically fulfilled it by asking.
Y'all
How
another
asked
would
a
question.
you
really fucking
break
weird
the
wish, and
compulsion?
I'm working it by the seat of my pants as best I can here.
Yeah.
Well, I would say
think it's
you
awful.
How do you
fulfilled the
break
first compulsion, and
compulsion?
now you're fulfilling the second one. So
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
So,
like
like,
that's
once
how it
you
should
come-
go.
Once you
Mhm.
finish the first compulsion, then you finish the second one, and then your compulsions should be compelled.
So you are compelled to ask questions until something actionable
Happens.
is forced upon you.
That makes sense.
Does it reset when you hit the 5-question limit and have to name a
5
new
questions.
information singer? Yeah.
we'll figure it out as we go. Quick,
as
Max,
far as I know-
ask for the best pie recipe so you're compelled to bake.
As
I
far as know,
really
this
like
could
considering
quickly
for that
shelf
one.
all the characters.
It could, like, that's one thing about this.
We
Like,
could all just very rapidly have to retire.
I'm really trying. Like, I didn't want to just say no because it was a really interestingly worded question. So it seems non-cursy enough, and the compulsion price that's why it was in there at the beginning. Is so there's a known price for the knowledge. It's not a curse. It's an exchange.
I mean, now that we all know that that's how it works, we agree. Okay, if we're asking a question, we got to know what you're asking, so we
Mhm.
can
We all
help you
gotta do
fulfill
it
that
together.
compulsion and go along with it. It has to be like a group decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got what 24 questions before you're required to nuke somebody.
Sacrifice a person. Which, I mean, we could sacrifice Valiartex.
You armed a madman, warning you.
Who?
Me.
Jaeger.
Oh,
Jaeger.
Oh,
Josh is
no.
sitting over there like, I'm the problem. It's me.
He's gonna be
Is
every
it
night
me,
summoning
Jesus?
the book to not write in it, and just going mad.
I mean,
Damn, that's
character. I said I would stab Isadora if she asked a stupid
And
questions.
remember, I said consenting members of the Midnight Parliament. So
that is
if
also true. If you
Jaeger
were not
didn't,
consenting to that,
Oh, was
If you are-
consenting in there?
I
Yes, it
have
was.
Yes,
Yeah.
Midnight
consenting was
Parliament
in there.
symbol still.
Yep. So,
but are you consenting?
did you
but are you
consent or not?
I
consenting to
consent-
use the book?
I consented to consent to use
and
the book.
remember,
Mm.
consent is enthusiastic and ongoing.
I
So
joined
if
the
at any
party
point you
and never
stop
left.
consenting to use the book, you cannot see it or use it.
So if you're being compulsed by it, then that's not technically consent.
Yes.
You've consented to an exchange.
Yeah, you've consented to the exchange, but
Yeah.
But not the compulsion.
But like, we can't be
Not the
tortured to use it.
compulsion.
Correct.
right.
You won't be
like-
tortured to use it.
it-
It requires you to act upon the knowledge you've gained.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
to
ask what
start it up,
Amana's
you would have
plans
to consent.
are, you are required to figure out how to act on those plans. Like go talk to the king because you know that's why you're there, to figure out Amana's plans and stuff.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Just
It's
reread
not
it.
like
Consenting members of Midnight Parliament, not
Yeah,
consenting. to the book.
consenting. Are
I'm
you
a-
consenting?
I am a
Yes or
member
no?
of the Midnight Parliament.
That's not what I'm
Have my
fucking
knowledge.
asking.
Consenting members
Right,
But are you
of the
consenting?
Midnight
That's the key.
Oh, I
Are
think
you
what's actually,
consenting to use the book?
I think that's what Josh is saying is he a consenting member
consented.
of the group? Yes, he's a consenting member of the group. Has he consented
No,
to the
no,
book? Eh, maybe.
Loyal, visible,
Well,
and tangible only to consenting members of the Midnight Parliament. If you
Yeah.
are not consenting
To
to
using
use
it.
the book, then
Then
That's
you're not.
what
You don't get to.
it's not.
It's not
loyal,
whether or
visible,
not you
tangible to
consent to be part of the Midnight Parliament. It's you
Okay.
consent and you're a part of the group.
I fucking love wishes so much.
I disagree because that statement is open ended.
If you
it
become a
is-
problem, we'll just put a bullet in your head and then fix it later.
There's that too.
No,
I'm just gonna wish to wipe the
We'll
world
just chuck you
clean.
back in the cauldron, let you boil for a bit, and
If you
we'll
consent,
figure it out
yeah,
afterward.
that's
Make jerky out of you.
honestly the reason that the gem hearts are there, like the gems are there, not the gem hearts. I'm fucking crossing lines here. The gems are there, pulsing to heartbeats. Is if you no longer consent, your gem breaks and you no longer have access to it. So if you decide you're done, your gem breaks and you're done. You cannot access it again.
Interesting. Okay.
So you can't redo consent.
No,
Right.
because then you
So
can't.
currently, Jaeger's is there.
Jaeger's is attached to it.
Okay. So I guess your call, Josh. If you think that you are a problem, this book should disappear for you.
That's not.
So how many gems were on this side?
player
6.
Jaeger.
Okay.
I don't play the meta game of that.
Trying not to death
No,
note
that-
everyone.
It does require meta involvement, though.
It's
It's meta
because we are
assessment of
just
the
like
character.
essentially attuned to the book. We would
Yeah,
know.
you're aware of its existence. Like you know
Right.
like
Mhm.
it is created and you know it exists and you know you can summon it and ask it any question. As
Yeah.
So
soon
if
as
I
he wished
summon
it, as soon
And
as he
don't
wished
ask
it,
it a question.
yeah, you can just be like,
Does-
I've got the book.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the problem. He
Why
has
is that the problem?
access to this knowledge, and he's going to not give that away. It is just going to eat at him every night.
Jaeger's
And that's
never
your birthday
sleeping
bear,
again.
dude.
He's
That's
never
your
gonna
cross
sleep
to bear
soundly
if you want to
again.
do that.
Yeah. It's a fun one.
Fucking
Alright.
wishes.
Alrighty.
I'm debating on wishing it at this point with the second wish.
No, hold on.
I think all of us
try
are
to
okay
bear
to use
this.
it. Just beat the shit out of Jaeger so he can't use it at night.
Because
So everybody gets
here's
to
what's gonna
So
happen.
what is-
Hold
on, hold on, hold on,
Jaeger's
hold
gonna
on.
Knock him out.
Jaeger's
Jaeger's
gonna
gonna
get
use
the
it
book.
in the middle
We're
of the
gonna
night.
trank him to sleep every
Yeah,
night.
you're
Wait.
not gonna know.
Wait, Jaeger's gonna pull the book. Someone else is gonna be like, I want the book, and Jaeger's gonna yoink it back. Then the entire Midnight Parliament's gonna run in with tube socks with bars of soap in them and just start beating Jaeger to get the
Yeah.
book back.
Because here's
Choking him and knocking him out.
exactly what'll happen. Jaeger will want to know, is my family alive? And then he's going to be compulsed to go there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, this could very quickly shelf a character because, like, oh yeah, no, he just fucks off by himself forever, and we never
Exactly.
find
Like
him.
that is exactly what
Yeah.
I'm worried about.
Well, you could summon it back and like.
Right, I'm not worried
find
about the
where I'm
book.
at, but
I'm
then
worried
I can
about
summon
you.
it back.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're worried about you. We
Yeah.
can't summon you back.
We'll see what happens on the next
Yeah.
one.
We'll tie him up. He's compelled to move. We don't have to let him move.
This
Tie him
deal's
up and
getting
drag him
worse
along.
all the time.
I can't even
I'm pretty sure we
scry
have
on a
higher
motherfucker.
strength.
Yes, you can.
Don't we have do I
Not
have a
him.
thing? I don't have an orb.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah, they call it
Cauldron
the
acts as
coven.
a the Cauldron acts as a focus for it, and we have
Yep.
scrying, so
Oh, do we?
cover
Okay.
Magic. You cultists.
I didn't
Cult
think
magic.
the cauldron worked. for me.
Cult.
Yeah, it does. It
I'm
says,
for
it,
the
it says it specifically. The cauldron acts as a pool for scrying.
Oh,
All
dope.
right.
Okay, never mind. I can scroll.
Max and Doran,
Double
I am
bubble.
prepared to go to drastic measures to try to help you will yourselves out of this compulsion.
Thank you. It's not gonna work. I have a really low wisdom.
No, what's mine? Oh, yeah, it's only.
I love having a
This one.
bit knowledge of things because this book
Yeah, mine's only
tempting to me.
12.
I'm just like, oh, neat. Anyway,
Great.
Yeah.
So
Wisdom's my
that's-
dump.
That's where we're at tonight, folk. Thanks for
be
playing.
fine.
Again, never trying to undermine the players, just trying to make things interesting.
I think
felt,
it'll be fine.
felt really bad as soon as everyone was like, that sounds cursed as fuck. I'm like, guys, I was just trying to make it cool.
No, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
we just put a timer on the compulsion after an hour. It fucking fades.
I thought
Yeah.
realistically we only had five actual things, and I was like, oh, you
That's
bastard.
I know I wasn't saying it for a
Curses.
reason. Like it was really hard early on not just be like, no, guys, it's not the count, but that's why I said, who said it's a
Yeah.
count of anything besides it's just counting down. So
It was great.
Counting down to something.
It's just counting down because it likes numbers. Shut up.
it likes numbers.
That would be funny.
Right?
I also know the number 27. What did you say, Book? 42 is a lie.
The meaning
That,
to
that
life.
stupid thing is bullshit.
I can count so high.
I'm so glad to know
Would you
that.
like to hear me
71
count
is a prime
more?
number.
What's the highest number you know, Book?
Yeah.
Don't ask him that. He'll start reciting pi.
That's
He'll
the
start
worst.
reciting pi.
You're compelled
No,
to recite
it's-
them out loud.
It begins to write a Googleplex, and you're required to sit and watch it write the entire thing.
999999999999999999999999999.
Yep.
999.
All right, well, that's our
3.14.
Y'all
show
are
tonight.
panicking over nothing.
It's all wilds. Everything's just crazy. The world's gone to shit, but
Woo!
we love to watch it burn down. Only took a third of a bottle of tequila tonight. This is a very stressful
Hey,
evening.
I'm just now finishing this soju.
Good job. Well, thanks everybody. We missed you guys for last month. Been very sad, but we're back.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you guys all next week. Everybody good for next week? Next week. Looking good?
Yes.
Looks good. Yay! We're back on schedule. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Night.